back to a game in a while.
I don't remember.
Woo-woo! Hello, everybody. Oh, everything loading in. That would be nice. Hello, everybody. Welcome to State of Anarchy, a weekly Dungeons & Dragons sessions with these lovely people. Some of whom I even have links for down in the About section down below. So if you want to check them out, please do. It would be greatly appreciated. In addition to that, if you like what we do and you're not yet following, please follow us. It would be great so that you could get notifications when we are going live. And if you are able to, or you would like to, please hit the subscribe button because it would be great to have you as part of our little spooky community. If you want to catch all of these streams after the fact, you can catch them over on my YouTube channel of the same name, Boomeadow. So that's where you can catch up on all the shenanigans. Yeah. Wow. And so, there is some debate. I do believe that Uzumaker said he isn't going to be here tonight. Lucky me. If I don't remember, go me. Otherwise, so, who remembers what happened last week? For session 30.
Geez, session 30. Okay, let me give it a crack. We ended, or I guess that we started in the combat arena, having ended the previous session before that of the combat there. Breeze had come down from her accidental power high of slapping people and realizing, oh wow, it feels good, and to be boss girl.
Girl boss.
Yeah, girl boss. Crisis beanbagged her with a grenade, and then Roland stepped in and said, "Hey, you're going to horny jail." Roland and Breeze discussed some things just regarding the possible attempt on Breeze's life, but also just her relation with her family. Everyone had a discussion regarding Roland's family and who they are, and his kind of hang up with them. We got back to the hotel name I definitely know, but I'm not going to say it right now. And from there...
Burning Orchid.
Yeah, the Burning Orchid.
Even though I remember that.
Yeah, I definitely remembered it. I was just testing you guys.
The Burning Orchid and all those wonderful Bosco mouth sounds that we just got.
ASMR channel.
A little bit too much mukbang for me. And from there, we kind of split up into our own groups. Blake had a very in-depth conversation with a Kitsune messenger who explained some key aspects of his culture and his religion that he had no idea about, in which he decided, wow, I don't know Jack. And then
Who's Jack?
Professor and Hasa decided to go visit the Dream University.
The Bureau of
Honorology. Yeah. I will never get over the fact that you don't pronounce the R in Hasa.
I didn't think you were supposed to.
What, you said it like Hasa?
No, he says Hasa.
I don't want to talk about
it. I say Hasa.
See,
Hasa.
But that's because our pronunciation doesn't have the R in it. His is supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh.
The American accent.
Then I sound like the odd one out.
No, because that's the thing. The American accent would be Harsa.
Yeah.
Harsa.
That doesn't sound anything like your name. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, trust the white American to bring out the hard R, you know?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Let's walk away from that conversation.
So we ended with Breeze in her room, Roland in her room, Blake in her room, but Professor, and Hasa out and about doing stuff, and Bosco living his best life in the Master Suite, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He curled up like a burrito.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh,
Again,
darn.
living his best life.
Under the bed.
It would be nice if my microphone would one day be consistent.
That's asking too much.
How's that? Is that any better, or do I still need to get louder, everybody listening at
You
home?
sound fine to me.
Yeah, but that's because you're getting me through Discord, I must.
Yeah, through Discord, not
Mm.
the stream.
Yeah.
It should be the same always, unless you change it constantly.
I don't change it constantly, but let me turn me right up. It's not that I change it constantly, but my microphone, depending on where it's plugged into my computer, does actually change.
Just checked Twitch, and everyone sounds really quiet on Twitch.
Everyone sounds quiet on Twitch. Why? Okay, let's.
I mean, it's not that
How's
bad.
that?
It would be a problem.
Is that much better?
It's
Sounds like you're away from the mic.
it's better, but it's like I wouldn't worry about it too much because everyone sounds around the same like volume.
Okay, I turned myself
The
right up.
problem, yeah.
So
The problem is when you have to
whisper.
Oh, yeah, you sound
adjust
fine. then.
everybody, like, because they're all at different levels.
yeah,
That's
you-
when it comes into problem. Otherwise, people can just turn up the
Yeah.
volume.
Oh, yeah, you guys are fine. It's just in conjunction. It was just me through my microphone. My microphone was not
Okay.
picking me up properly.
Okay.
Because, yeah, wherever, for whatever reason, whatever USB port it is plugged into actually changes the volume weirdly.
Yeah, it does, because it's depends like where you plug it into,
Yeah,
what levels of like it's transmitting and that kind of stuff.
yeah,
So if you have it plugged into the back of your PC,
yes.
it's basically as best as you can do it.
I
Like, plug it-
actually get it better when it's plugged into the top, but that's,
Really?
yep,
Oh.
which is weird. But either way, Andrew, you get a lovely shiny inspiration point
Inspiration.
for doing the recap, for doing the mocap.
Cool. Can't wait to blow it on the silliest thing I can find.
So we are picking up with Bao and Hasa. You are heading to because we are still the day before, the day after, yes. You are heading to the Bureau of Onerology. Let me just double check.
You would be correct.
Chair. Doing the thing. Just double checking. Either way, so you are heading to the Bureau of Onerology. After doing some stealthing around, I believe Hasa did catch you just doing squats in the alleyway.
No, is Hasa realized as Bao was leaving, like, oh shit, they always vanish every single time they go out by themselves. I
Yeah.
better go with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Bao, being the little rat he is, was like, I think this is a game of hide and seek.
Yep.
And he tried. He tried to, like, hide by slipping into an alley.
You
but no.
did. Yeah, you did.
No.
But after you guys did team up, you ended up trekking. That's all right, Kev. It's great to have you here. After trekking away across the city, you eventually pull up to a building that seems to be built out of just a solid column of white marble. The top of the actual column tower has an opening for what would be a telescope within it. And it has hundreds of windows. Every floor has a balcony that seems to curl around in various layers. But it does reach up towards the sky, maybe 13, 14 stories, with a big birchwood door with gold brass plating on it.
He's gonna walk right in.
Okay. There is a plaque next to the door that does say the Bureau of Onerology.
Yep. He's just gonna assume. He's gonna assume it's the right place.
Okay. You wander in, and immediately as you step through the doorway, it's almost like a veil has fallen upon you.
A veil?
Not that kind of veil. A veil has fallen upon you, and it's almost... It almost feels like you've just been momentarily deafened because no street noise is permeating into this building following you.
Nice.
It is dimly lit.
Soundproof.
It has a bluish black cast to the shadows as you realize that there aren't even any real candles. All of the light seems to be coming from these pinprick baubles of light that are kind of interspersed into the actual stonework and the mortar itself, holding it all together, giving it a kind of ethereal glow, like you're walking through a moonlit field filled with fireflies. You see...
Reminds me of home.
Yeah. You see at the opening of this tower as you head up, directly in front of you, there appears to be a staircase that immediately branches and curves around the inside up to the second floor.
Do I see anybody?
Not as yet.
It's not even a front desk down here?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay. Alright, just gonna waltz on up there.
Okay.
Doing those little skippy skips.
You do the skippy skips up the steps.
Wait, no, he runs up the steps on all fours. That's what he...
Okay. As you run up the steps
That's appropriate for him.
As you run up the steps on all floors, you start to hear faint whispers as you pass by these little flecked lights. Just very faint whispers that seem to be like whispers of wishes murmured. Just very, very faint. You can't quite make it out. But eventually, as you get up to the first floor, you notice that there is a rolling fog that starts to creep down over the top of the stairs as you reach the floor. And you realize that this layer of vapor, first of all, it smells wonderful. It smells like cotton candy and the warmth of sunshine, that sunshine fresh smell. But it even for you, Bao, it would, if you were standing, it would be about knee deep, this fog that seems to be crowding the floor. You do notice that there are lights dancing around, and walking in and around and amongst the smoke. Just roll me a perception.
I'm gonna step on somebody. Hold on. Why do I not have my character sheet open? That's a little bit silly. Perception.
I'm assuming, Hasi, you've been following.
Yeah.
That's pretty good perception.
Pretty good perception. It is. Bow to your cat-like eyes in this darkness. You just see what appears to be two yellowish tufts just kind of wandering around in the smoke. They seem to be about a foot apart. Just these two yellow tufts that are kind of like sailing through this smoke like a shark fin.
He's grabbing it. He's gonna try and catch it.
Okay. So, you race up to it, and
No, he doesn't race. He's careful about it.
Okay, so you creep up to it. Roll me a stealth.
23.
Yeah, you creep right up to this.
He sinks into the fog.
You sink down into the fog and you grab the two yellow feather tufts.
grabbed onto him.
Okay, so you grasp them, and you hear "ah," and you can feel that there's someone attached to these feathers.
Yeah?
Okay.
Who?
Well, they're currently struggling, but you're holding on to their eyebrows, essentially.
Ally.
Oh! I didn't hear you come in. How long have you been standing there?
I've only been standing here for like a couple seconds, and he like lifts all their eyebrows. Sorry.
Oh!
Instincts, you know.
Oh, that's alright, that's alright. What are you doing here? You look as this small statured gentleman standing in front of you waves a flipper to clear the smoke from in front of you as you take in what appears to be a 3-foot tall penguin wearing a bright yellow trench coat. He's got a black leather belt, and he's just kind of been wandering around in the smoke.
Oh, well, I was told to go here. Honestly.
Oh, our dreams can lead us in many different places.
It wasn't really my dreams that led me here. It was more of my dad's. He was like, hey, go over here. We don't know anything about what's going on.
Oh, you have an affinity for dream reading then?
Dream reading?
Well,
Would I know what dream reading is?
oh yeah, it's the basically the study of dreams and what's in them, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to be an apprentice then?
An apprentice?
Yes.
Oh,
you're not here to learn dream reading?
no, I was just told to go here because I have questions. My fathers can be very vague sometimes, and they're like, oh, just go here and you'll find the answers you seek. He does a little hand thing. You know, they're sometimes a bit vague like that.
Well, yes, I can understand that because usually, dreams will tell us where we want to go and things. But, all right, well, you come with me, and your friend too. Come on, don't dawdle back there. Come with me, and we can go have a cup.
Don't waddle.
We can have a cup of tea, and we can discuss these questions you have for me. So he kind of wafts his hand back and forth, creating a pathway through to what appears to be an office off to the left-hand side. It's a nice little office. It's very cozy. It's not particularly big. You do notice that it's got like 3 big, overly stuffed armchairs in a shade of deep blue. The paint is also a deep blue. The rug is also a deep blue. It all kind of meshes into each other, just kind of looking like these amorphous dark blue lumps. You're kind of half guessing where they are, but you start to get the impression, Bao, that if you were just to sit down somewhere in this room, you're guaranteed to find a seat.
Well, anywhere's a seat wherever Bao sits, so...
Yeah.
If he fits, he sits.
You find a nice beanbag.
He just, like, does the thing. Making biscuits.
He quickly toddles over and fills up the kettle. So, I'm as Bolus Chiron.
Oh, so you're as Bolus?
Yes, I'm as Bolus.
Yes.
I am the Professor of Onerology here at the moment.
Oh. That's good.
Well, I should hope so, because otherwise what am I doing here?
That's true, honestly. Yeah, my dad's told me to go ask you, specifically, I don't actually remember what my question was.
All right. Well, while you remember, I'll make the tea. Young man, come in. Take a seat. Stop.
I said that out of character.
I don't know. I feel like Bao would probably not remember either.
Actually, yeah, that's fair. In character, then.
Come in,
yeah.
young man. Don't lurk in doorways.
he's-
No, he's talking to Hasa.
Oh, he's talking about Hasa.
Of course, yes.
Oh, sit down. He's looking. You can see. He has quite red eyes, Hasa. He's kind of like squinting at you. Do you eat fish biscuits?
Of course, yes.
And you're not lactose intolerant? He asks you, Bao.
I don't remember.
All right.
I
Well.
haven't had milk in a while.
All right. Well,
Maybe.
then this is going to be an adventure for everyone. Oh, all right. He comes over carrying a tray, and he pours you some cups of tea, and he jumps back into his chair and like wriggles down, getting comfy, as he's got his little flipper with his cup of tea, and he's sitting there. Right, now, what can I help you with?
I actually don't remember why. Like, I know I messaged you, but I actually don't remember why Nemo wanted, like, why Nemo and Alphys were like, go here, please. Do you remember? I don't.
Sorry, I'm looking back over the messages. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Don't worry. As for the queens, I seem to be hurt. I agree magic is fading, but father is trying to find out older texts. Signs and nightmares, they're increasing. Keep us updated. Don't just eat candy and remember to brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a bit further up about.
Yep.
Has Val been remembering to brush his teeth?
If you need
Does Val need to make a wisdom saving throw to remember?
A wisdom saving throw?
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Bao writes in a leather book, basically, if you need a telling you that if you need to confirm any details. Oh, you were hoping to confirm details about, I believe, Roland's family.
Was it?
That's the
Is that
only.
why Nemo and...
If you need to confirm details, you can go as Bolus over at the Bureau of Oenology. I don't have anything beyond that.
Okay.
Because the only thing behind this, above this, was just before that. Wait. Yep. Finding the entry on Wikipedia about Roland.
Yeah.
You turned around and said Bao's writing to his dad just so he can know.
Yeah.
Then we went on to the Glass Crown name. You found out some of that stuff. And then basically, if you need to confirm any details, ask Asbolus about dreams, witch queens, any that information. Yeah. That seems to be the only reference we got.
Okay.
I don't know why Asbolus would have information about
Yeah,
Roland.
no, that's why. Okay.
Oh, because Roland was referred to as the Dreamer. That's why.
Okay, yeah.
That makes more sense.
Okay. Look at you looking all quaint, Andrew.
I was gonna say, holy shit, I know something everyone else doesn't know. This is the first time that's ever happened. I know things.
Yeah, alright then, but I'll just be like, yeah, I remember the question now. I wanted to ask if you knew anything about the Dreamer. Roland Glasscrown, was it?
Glass crown. He gets up and he toddles over to his bookshelf, which seems to be made out of a dark ebony wood, but all of the book covers in it are like a dark blue with silver writing on it, and it all just kind of melds into the wall. And he goes over and he runs his flipper over, and he's like, "Oh, glass crown." And you watch as he pulls out a tome that's reasonably dusty.
Reasonably.
Yeah, pulls it out, opens
Pulling
up,
it old.
flips through, and he's like, "Dreamer, glass crown. Yes. There are several dreams actually relating to the glass crown. Lots and lots of theories about the prophecies. The glass crown name seems to be associated with lots of talk about stars, lots of talk about wolves and the moon. It's thought that obviously with the glass crown name and the fact that it's relating to the moon, obviously they could be representative in a dream of the changing of the seasons and whatnot. Which, if you look back through archaeology and that kind of stuff, there have been notations that the glass crowns have been associated with the moon goddesses and God as well, the dark of the moon. But usually, the most we hear about them is the glass crowns are usually harbingers of change in dreams.
That's interesting.
Well, within history, we see that they seem to be prefacing in the Demon Wars. We see that they're prefacing in the rise of the Realm Witches. They're also prefacing in a time of, the rising of ascendant gods as well, companions of chaos gods, and on top of that, they're also, the harbingers of order and whatnot in the material plane with the witch queens. So, oh, and there's also, the rebels,
Rebels?
Yes. Apparently, one of the leaders of the rebels is also a glass crown. Yes, they go by the Moonlight Wolves.
Moonlight Wolf.
Yes. You'll find them. I do know that at the moment, at present, their base of operations is up at Wolfwater, which is... It only showed up in the last 30 years or so. Never used to be there.
That tends to be the things.
In Fireware?
Yes. Apparently one day, not too far, probably a 3 days ride from Light's Watch, just poof, just appeared.
That's interesting.
Maybe we should take a look when we get a chance, Bo.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean...
I have another question.
Oh.
Has there been more nightmares recently?
I would have to say yes. Of what I've seen on all of my study subjects, doing their sleep studies and whatnot, there has been a rise in night terrors, nightmares, wakefulness, just all sorts of things. And they talk about having really lovely dreams and whatnot, but then something seems to go sour in them. Like something's creeping. Even if it's a sunny day, they feel like there's something watching them from the shadows of like the trees and stuff in their dreams. Which could, of course, just be a load of repression and things like this, but, when it starts happening a lot, you start to wonder...
Do you think it has anything to do with the Witch Queens? Or any happenings?
I really couldn't say. You'd have to go ask the Dream Masters.
The Dream Masters?
Yeah, the pair of gentlemen that oversee the Plane of Dreams.
Oh. Yeah, I can ask them.
Oh, they're very busy. You might have to put in an appointment.
No, I can ask them. I personally know them.
Oh, well, I would like to say I personally know them too. So if you need a favour, I can definitely put in an invitation that you need to speak to them. I'd love to help you out.
It's fine. I have my ways.
All right, if you're sure. I mean, I am a long-time friend of them, so...
Yes, I'm aware. How else do you think I heard of you?
Oh, well, it's nice that they talk about me. Oh, yeah, we go way back. I'm pretty sure. Me and Professor Elpheus are like best friends. He's a hard man to read, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, we're best friends at this point.
Yeah. I'm crying.
Dying with laughter.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to ask them when I see them again.
Oh, yeah, well, you know. But, yeah, they would probably have a lot more to know, and, they could probably help you out with that a bit better, because obviously they walk through and they curate all the dreams as, you know.
I just, I've already asked them. They directed me to you, and I just wanted to see what it was, like, here. Like, because they're busy, you know.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, unfortunately, I just do dream reading. I unfortunately missed the finer points of dream alchemy. Obviously, Professor Elpheus is a master of his craft. But even his dreams, normally they are quite potent. And when Professor Nemo helps out, they do get a bit weird. You know, I have heard of many a Raken being chased by pizza ninjas. Yeah, just occasionally.
Yeah, and like sometimes an odd fear of tadpoles.
Yeah, things like that. But yeah, even their dreams of the curated ones seem to be not doing as well as they used to.
Well, thank you for telling me that. That's actually really helpful.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. All right. Do you have sweet dreams?
Oh,
You like?
You too. Yeah. You know, on your way out, feel free to whisper a wish into the stones, because they say that a wish whispered is a wisp of a dream out there somewhere.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm pleased to help. Oh, take as many cookies as you like. You do notice that they are biscuits that are shaped like fish. They have a bit of a silvery pinkish hue to them, that you suspect that they are made with whole sardines.
He's taken them. He's taken a good fistful.
Yeah, so is awesome.
He's like gonna eat them like popcorn.
Yes. Yes.
As he's walking back down the stairs and stuff.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to the Burning Orchid across town.
Yeah.
Do you talk about anything on the way back?
Does Hasa have any questions?
It seems, it seems that he may have had a little less information than your sources may have thought.
Well, I did learn something new that my dad didn't know.
Absolutely, we need to look into that.
Yeah. Mightn't have been the questions that I wanted, but it's the questions that I might have needed. Answers, I mean.
Of course. Sometimes we don't know what needs to be asked until the answer is right in front of us.
We should ask Crisis or Roland about that place. See if they know.
Wait, he mentioned the leader of these rebels was a glass crown.
Yeah.
I may have blanked there. I'm not quite sure. Did he say
Yes.
who the
Yeah.
name was? Like, did it give us a name?
No. No.
We should probably find that out first. If they're a glass crown and they're related to Roland, then maybe that would cause another one of his episodes if we just sort of drop that in his lap.
Well, it was recent, though. It's
Yes,
not like
but
it
so
sounds
far
like
every sort of link towards Roland's past has caused another episode, so maybe we should find out what it is before we just
right.
throw it out there.
That's true. We'll figure that out.
Yes. Tell you what, I'll see if I can find anything out. And while we're walking, I'll just take out my ethereal connector and see if I can look up any news reports about these rebels.
You do actually manage to find some. You notice that the Moonlight Wolves do seem to be hitting transport ships coming into across the plains into Light's Watch. They seem to be mostly collecting supplies. You do notice that apparently around this newly formed town, Wolfwater, there are reports that it is low crime. Whatever criminals arrive do not last long. And apparently this town has a stellar reputation to the point that people are wanting to move there, but the Moonlight Wolves have taken it upon themselves to be guardians of the place. They do seem to be most of the like any reports that are actually of when a reporter has spoken to the rebels has apparently spoken to a person named Viper, a young tiefling woman who is claiming to be the leader of the Moonlight Wolves. But there are tales as well. Even though he hasn't spoke, apparently there is a gentleman named Conry Glasscrown, or they refer to him. Apparently he's been calling himself King. He apparently seems to be the one leading most of these actual attacks, though. So he seems to be like deemed as like the first warrior or the knight commander of the Moonlight Wolves, but this Viper apparently seems to be the leader.
Yeah, as we're walking, I'm sharing this with Bao. Well, with our time with Roland, I don't think he's mentioned or we've seen anyone by those names, have we?
No, I
There wasn't
haven't.
anyone like that in his dream. Strange.
Might be family.
Can I do some kind of like computer use check or something like that to see if I can find any like back end forums talking about these guys? Like information that might not be public knowledge?
Ooh,
Like
Gonna-
5
Go down the Reddit hole.
I'm going down the Reddit hole. Yeah.
the figurative dark web.
The
A whole heap of
yeah,
a whole heap of
fantasy
little
dark web.
a whole heap of little
Yeah.
Technological
The 20
spiders. Yeah. I will get you to make me.
We do have the computer use one, but there's also obviously like the basic.
Did you
investigation
take proficiency in it though?
No.
So I'll just get a straight intelligence roll then from you. So
Intelligence, not investigation.
It's not really an investigation roll. It comes under its own category, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Just a straight roll. Am I able to guidance myself?
Yeah.
Cool. I will do that. Chemical focus. If my bloody rolls will work, that would be nice.
That's okay. It'll take its time. It's taking its time.
I didn't. It didn't roll my extra thing. There we go.
There we go.
13.
13. You do have a kind of basic knowledge of at least a little bit of coding and things like this, so you do kind of you know the forums, especially in the type of work you've been doing. You've been known to visit a discrete forum from time to time to find out potential ingredients that you could use in alchemical things that might not necessarily always be easy to get a hold of. So you have occasionally subtly broken the law, so you do know your way around a little bit. Just subtly. So as you do this, you do seem to find a couple of forums that do seem to reference the wolves, wolf strikes, things like this. It seemed to be at least a lead-in potentially for what seems to be some kind of organization to commit some of these heists. But even as you're following them, you don't see you start to pick up very quickly that there seems to be catchphrases and codes, and that seems to be a part that you're missing. You don't have the key to essentially break these codes down, unfortunately. So you can see that there is a lot of chatter on there seems to be a lot of chatter on, they seem to be planning attacks to get supplies and things like this, but also they do seem, some of the language they seem to be talking about seems to be liberating, protecting, trying to safeguard against the rising suns. There is talk about, it is all in code words and things like this, but you're starting to get the impression that they seem to be predominantly clashing across the subplanar divide between Enthalamere and Feaware that exists, with entities known as the Rising Suns.
Which we can sort of lead to assume based on Roland's behavior and
the
Price's
Sunwalkers.
behavior,
He has,
the
yeah, potentially the Sunwalkers, yes. So yes, they do seem to, you do seem to get a couple of references as well. Yeah, you do seem to get a couple of references as well to King, Viper, and a third entity known as Weaver.
Okay.
Yes.
And we don't recognize any of those names from any previous experience with Roland's dreams or anything?
I don't believe that any of those names have been referenced. Yeah, I don't think any of those have been referenced, unfortunately.
All right. Just clarifying, that's King, Viper, and Weaver.
Yes.
Gotcha.
All right, cool. Got that all together. Yeah, while he's reading this out, it's just turns to Bow. Honestly, at this rate, it might just be better to. There's not a lot of information here we can discern on our own, to be honest. If he's going to have an episode, he's going to have an episode. We might just need his insight on this.
Maybe we save it for when he's a little bit less stressed.
We could
There's a
always try
lot-
giving it to Bosco. He's a little more on the secretive subterfuge side. He might be able to decipher this.
That is true. We could ask Bosco. though, Bosco might try to ask questions to Crisis and might cause an episode. Is another situation. We could just leave it until things are a little bit clearer in the air. Because we already have a lot of things going on.
True, yes. We have a lot on our plate right now. Let's just bench this for now.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. Walk back.
Yep.
I think it's almost time for a long rest.
Can Val give one, like, subtle glance around them? Just to make sure they're not being followed.
Sure, roll a perception for me.
Because I did just remember that we had, people following Breeze and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Kitty!
You saw my cat.
I saw the bushy tail.
The bush. Yes.
The bush.
Okay, so you look around. No one seems to be paying that much attention to you. I mean, beyond, the usual people walking past you. You do kind of get, as you're darting down the sidewalk, you are winding your way past myconids and fairies and things like that, who, don't seem to give you much mind. There's a couple of nymphs that are chatting outside what appears to be a coffee shop and things like that. But, I mean, no one seems
Nobody's
to be...
paying mind?
No, not really.
Okay. Good to know. Alright, we can continue on.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to the tavern. By now, it's probably about bordering on 8 p.m. Bordering on 8 p.m. at night.
He's ready for his big cat nap.
Yeah, most of your fellow companions don't appear to be downstairs, as you seem to recall that most of them had gone upstairs. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to you,
He's
but
just
if
gonna
you...
go right to bed. He's tired. He's had a long day.
Yep, so you head to bed. And Hasa?
Hasa is going to stay up a little bit and finish the research that he was going to do before he raced after Bal.
Okay. You stay up reading with your table light on.
Indeed.
Okay, so the night passes. You all get finally your long rest, and as most of you settle in for the evening, you get a warm, comfortable rest, upon which you awaken feeling slightly more revitalized, stronger, leveled up almost.
Oh my god, we're level 6? What?
No.
I had a mini panic when you said level 6. Like, wait, what?
He's like, wait, I didn't even do level 5, man.
No, I did level 5.
Okay, so with that in mind, those of you who awaken the next morning, awaken the next morning.
And those of you who
Don't.
And those of you who don't.
Yeah.
And those of you who
Roll a
don't,
new
well,
character.
no, don't assume that just because dead. Just don't assume just because, death happens,
Yeah.
that you're actually
gonna
dead in this
say.
world.
Yeah.
Just ask
I
Kevin.
was dead once. I got over it.
We got better.
Just try not dying.
Sorry guys, died in my sleep again, Kevin.
Yeah.
I think it's just a skill issue if you die.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
how many hours of research would I be able to get in without becoming exhausted last night?
Do Simic Hybrids get the benefit of a 4-hour thing?
We don't have access to trance, no. But, how long would it be before I have
Then
to
you
start
need-
making rolls for exhaustion?
Then you need at least 6 hours of sleep. Actual sleep.
Alright, so at most I'd be able to research uncommon. Alright, no worries.
Yep. The only thing that you do know that you have in the morning is the meeting with Vale. First thing in the morning, about 9 a.m.
All right.
So, okay.
Wait,
so
what
it's
time did we go to sleep?
what time did you go to sleep? Because you got back at 8 p.m. So,
Okay, so I would have slept at 10 then.
Yep.
Meaning I woke up at 4 if we're saying 8 hours? Plus, minus the 2 hours of research?
well, if you want to get up at 4 a.m., you can get up at 4 a.m. But I think you're a crazy person.
Well, that's what... I'm confused. Wait, no. Would it be? Yes. Sleeping at 10 for 6 hours. We'd all be up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's up to you when you want to go to bed. Downtime. So for anyone who wants to know, I run that a long rest is you need 8 hours of of rest time. 2 of those hours can be downtime activity, but that can be extended as long as you're getting these 6 hours of sleep. So you can have as much downtime activity as you want as long as it's low energy.
Yeah, I was playing for 2 hours and then I went to bed. So
Yeah.
I had like 8 hours.
Yeah.
No wait, I don't even sleep, do I? I'm an Aladrin. I
Yeah,
trance.
you trance for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Just 4 hours. Then I did yoga.
You spent 2 hours. You spent 2 hours playing on your harp. Then you spent another 6 hours staring broodingly into a fire,
Yes, exactly.
gently patting your dandelion and more plotting revenge.
Bosco's had the best sleep he's ever had.
Yep, under the bed.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. You were coiled up under your blanket, in your blankets under the bed. And
Yep.
they were nice blankets too, really soft linen. So you crawl out from underneath the bed, Bosco.
Yep. Big stretch.
Big stretch.
Breakfast.
Alright.
Breakfast time.
Alright, cool. I just looked it up. It's a DC 12 alchemy supply check.
Okay.
I will spend the hour to craft it.
Okay.
Now that I've spent the 2 hours to research, if that's cool.
Yep, no, you can do that if you would like.
And I will subtract the crafting ingredients.
Meanwhile, the next morning, those of you who want to come downstairs for breakfast can come downstairs for breakfast at whatever time that you deem feasible.
I come down when everyone comes down. So-
Roland would probably be up at like 7, shower, and be downstairs waiting for Breeze.
Waiting for Breeze. Okay.
Yeah.
I had a lot of time to get ready.
Yep.
So I'm wearing. I'm. Okay, so this is just making. I mean, she always looks good, right? But she's looking great today, but in a kind of slightly grungy way. Like it's a very effortless. Like I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be stylish. Kind of stylish.
Yep.
It's deliberately on purpose different to what she normally wears.
Yep.
I think. Anyway, and she comes downstairs and looks over at. She makes another slow staircase descent, hoping that people are watching. And nobody's. Oh. Do any of the breakfast crowd look up?
Oh, well,
I mean,
Roland's...
Roland's there.
Yeah.
Any patrons go, who's she?
I mean, it is early. Not enough people have had their coffee, but
Oh, damn
but
it.
Bow and Roland are at the table.
Yeah.
Bosco's trying to
Yeah.
get pancakes.
I will approach and I will look at Roland and I'll say, who am I speaking to this morning?
Yo, Roland.
Oh, okay.
If I look really stressed and kind of angry, then it's Roland.
I don't think. Have you seen Crisis in the Mirror?
Yeah, fair enough. Takes up a sharp tongue in that regard.
Shotgun, yes. I met her.
Yeah. She likes you a lot. Which is kind of bad, but bad
Why is that
influence.
bad?
You don't get the name Sharp Tongue by being the nicest person. But that's not the point. Listen, this whole, you know what? I'm sorry. Let's try again. Do you want to have breakfast first? You look very nice today.
Thank you. It's nice for somebody to notice. And I look around at like 3 tired, like, like probably like tram drivers or
Oh,
something.
they are university students and they look half dead.
Hungover. Yeah. I look around and say, nice for somebody to notice. I look around at the hungover students. Yes, I'd love a bit of breakfast.
All right, let's have breakfast first, and then we could talk shop for today.
Yay! Talking, more talking. I love it.
Yeah.
More conversations.
Yeah.
Another one like yesterday? Similar?
Yes, but it'll be more in your favor, and I'll allow you to dictate it.
Oh, I get to be in charge. Well, that's...
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Just for you, May.
you made
'cause
me
I
your
know that's
steward,
important.
so as shocking as it may be, this ain't my first rodeo being a steward or being forced in a position of servitude by nobility.
What's a rodeo?
You know how sometimes people find really dangerous things and try to like mess with them? So like, you know how sometimes
Sounds
kids
like my
will
love
pick-
life. No, it doesn't.
Well, more like you know how you pick fights with people in positions of authority, like say a child picking a fight with her mother.
You mean
That
like
can't-
what Blake does?
Kind of, yeah.
And she
in
completely
that-
missed the mother thing. She just didn't even pay it. She didn't know. She was like, she didn't get the dig. She's like, yeah, like exactly what Blake does.
Yeah. That's yeah, rodeo. Yeah, that.
That's what a rodeo is. It's where somebody picks a fight with a authority figure.
Something stronger than them. They try to like bait it. It's kind of, in reality, it's kind of inhumane and like cruel to the creature. But when you do it to a
Creature.
person, yeah, most of the time it's done to animals, which is why it's not the greatest thing. But never mind that.
Well, you're from the
breakfast.
past, right? I heard that they were a more barbaric time.
Well, comparing anything to the Demon Wars is like saying the sky isn't bleeding blood. Yes, the past really sucked. I'm glad we live in the now, where magic is dying. Let's grab breakfast and then we'll talk.
Doesn't feel like it's dying to me, within me. But yes. Let me see what the menu is. I'm gonna order a grapefruit juice because out of character, I love that and I can't help but order it when it's on the menu. I'm gonna make Breeze like it.
That's all
I'm
right.
gonna get like a hot
Wait, this is
chocolate,
strictly International House of Waffles?
Sure, why not?
I will get a hot chocolate, but I'll ask for them to put chili in it
Yep.
because she likes her sweet with spicy.
Yep, that is okay.
And I will
This
get
is an IHOW?
a fuck yeah,
Is
baked
it a
eggs with
goth
spinach.
IHOW?
Sure, you can have baked eggs with spinach. They get that. You can see that Bosco is slowly dying, leaning across the bar just because he has been told that they do not have pancakes.
What?
When he asked that question, who do I have to kill? He didn't mean it like figuratively. He meant it literally.
Okay, Bosco, for sure, we'll do this. Yeah, you do. They don't even notice you. So after about 15 minutes, Breeze, just after your eggs get delivered, you see Bosco toddle out. He's got flour on one cheek, but he is proudly carrying a plate of what looks like pancakes.
Does he have to
How
make a
good did
check to see
pancakes
if
look?
he... Yeah.
You should make a check to see if he made pancakes.
All right.
You know what? No, I think
He's sticking
Bosco's
to
reasonable enough. I just want to know how
Yeah.
good they look. I
He's
think he
stuck
made
into the
them perfectly fine.
kitchen. But
Roll-
aren't the people there cooking? Aren't they like, who are you? Did he put on like a little hat and pretend he worked there?
You're muted for us, bud.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's ratatouille, but raccoon.
He's always made pancakes for his younger siblings.
yeah.
Aw.
So they look okay. And yeah, no one noticed him. They just thought he was one of the chefs, apparently. He just threw flour in his face, and they said they turned around and said, "Who are you?" And he went, "The new gnome that works here." And they believed him.
I'm the new sous chef.
Yeah. So he does. He comes out with a nice. They come out with a nice. Can someone cast Identify on the fluffy discs?
They look like raking heads.
You've gone full designs. Sure. You have a stack of fluffy otter milk pancakes.
Impressive, Oscar. I didn't realize culinary expertise was one of your areas of expertise.
Sometimes you just gotta look after family.
Did you milk the otters
Yeah.
yourself?
It's really hard to get the stool under them.
Mm-hmm. You look well rested.
I feel great. How about you?
You haven't insulted me yet this morning, so I think the good rest did you.
Morning's early.
You know what? I ain't gonna fear. I'm just here minding my business, eating my breakfast.
What did
we
you?
will
What did you
talk
order?
shop afterwards.
Grits? Did you get grits?
Grits?
Why the hell? Why the hell I get grits? I got French toast.
You're American.
America.
I don't like grits. What the fuck?
Does anyone want pancakes?
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a kitchen
here.
over there.
Oh.
Okay.
You got yourself some French toast.
I would have just gotten like a sweet roll and whipped coffee.
Sure thing.
Like he needs any more energy in the system.
Hey, you never know. You never
About-
know.
You
About
never know
20
when
minutes
you need to
after
zoom.
Everyone else has gathered. Eventually, Hasa stumbles down the stairs. His like hair is half made.
Insight
Oh.
check.
Hey, Breeze, look, it's another one of them college kids. Except it's our
Yeah.
college kid.
Can I roll an insight check to see if he looks
Sure.
hungover? Because I have no idea.
Sure.
Oh, I rolled intimidation by mistake. I went through insight.
You just look at him. Are you hungover? You just yell at him.
Staring at him.
Oh gosh. He's not hungover. He just looks tired as fuck.
And he's
like,
got
not
some,
to the point
like,
of exhaustion.
Got some ash on a cheek. It looks a bit singed. Because it was a near miss.
Yep. Yep. He has a few band-aids and like a fresh burn.
A sick burn.
Yep. Sick burn.
Come on, bro.
His hair is like half made, but it's almost to the point where it's like kind of stylishly tousled.
Almost stylishly tousled.
Almost.
if-
He's not stylish.
If the hair tie wasn't like hanging out to one side
Yeah.
with like a bunch, you would have just thought that, you know, he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
If he was on a college campus, all the kids would be like, "Oh my god, your hair is like messably fashy."
You're gonna
Not
get it
my
in a
friend.
second.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
Fashy
God,
is the new
it's a
fashy.
trend. But yeah, he stumbles down and blearily he's gonna order some sweet rolls and a whipped coffee.
you get served after a few minutes. They look at you.
Yeah,
They look at you. Put an extra scooping of the whipped coffee on.
And people say the gods are gone. And as he's slowly munching on one of the sweet rolls, he will sort of toddle over to the group. Yeah. Breeze, you're probably the best one for these. And he kind of like fishes. He pats around himself as if he immediately forgot what he was doing all night. Like he just left it behind. Realizes it's in the other pocket, and he pulls out this tiny little, almost like a cardboard, but not quite cardboard box. Maybe a couple centimeters long.
Sweet roll hanging from your mouth as you're like patting yourself down.
Yeah. It looks like the cardboard equivalent of a glasses case.
See him sort of standing there, looking a bit, passing his pockets. I've used Mage Hand to pull out a seat for him, so that he can sit down. without thinking about it.
Thank you. He sits down, places the cardboard box on the table, and sort of slides it towards you a little.
Oh, a gift. What did I do to deserve such a one?
Many things, and I'm sure many more in the future, but I feel like you would benefit the most from these as well. So
I open the box. It's an engagement ring? No, I open the box.
Inside, you see a very simple design, slim, wireframe pair of glasses. However, the lenses, unlike standard glass lenses, they have a strange kind of almost pearlescent sheen to them.
Oh, nerdy girl aesthetic. I could rock this.
They seem alchemically enhanced in some way, shape, or form.
An accessory. You know me well. I put them on to see what they do.
Is there any language in this room that is not written in common?
Most of it's actually written in Sylvan.
Which I speak.
Yeah.
Anywhere you look, automatically translates to a language you understand.
Okay. But unfortunately, I can't. I'm like, at the moment, there's nothing in a language I don't understand, and I speak quite a lot of languages.
As you are looking around the room and you glance back towards Arsa, you see a script on his skin, which is written in Aquan, translate.
Do I speak Aquan? Let me check. Isn't primordial like a kind of? Isn't Aquan a form of primordial?
Yeah, but it's a bit further along. It's like.
So normally I kind of half understand the
It's
words.
a different dialect.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
hiragana versus katakana in Japanese.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So normally I half understand the words, but now I'm like, okay, yeah, I fully understand.
Yeah.
The question is, did Hasa know what was written there when he got the tattooed?
Yep.
What does it say? Yeah, what does it say?
It
Fish
just
taco.
It says the words something witty, like the words something witty.
Oh no.
Oh.
Did he go to a tattoo artist to say, I want a cool tattoo, write something witty? And they said,
That
okay.
is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds on brand.
So,
Somewhere else, he has something cool tattooed in Abyssal.
So yes, you have now got access to spectacles of comprehension. They will translate written language.
Okay.
This is not to say, and I do have to preface this because of one aspect of a certain book. Just because you can read the language doesn't mean it won't send you insane.
Yes.
Yeah, and the language itself, even if it was translated, is a bit.
Yeah.
It's
There is the
itself.
caveat: secret messages that are not part of a written language, such as arcane sigils, are not decoded.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's and obviously
I
Yeah.
do speak quite a lot
Basically,
of languages, but I'm still probably the best one for it anyway.
that's always helpful for you to
I
have.
don't speak all of them, I just speak a lot.
Yeah, no, it's always helpful
Okay.
for you to have. So, you have all finished up your breakfast. Time is ticking along. It's because you came downstairs at 7. It's probably getting close to 8 o'clock. So
I will not sneak. I'll say, let me just. I'm just gonna.
No. Sit down. We gotta talk real quick.
Don't order me. You could ask me nicely. You know, in all your thousands of years, you haven't said, "Oh, sorry, one moment. I did want to speak with you." You haven't learned that.
No, I have, and I found
Yeah, that's
that
her
doesn't
job.
work.
Sorry.
Okay, let's make it through this one meeting, please, without throwing food at each other
That sounds
or
fun.
insults.
It
Okay,
does.
we can do that afterwards. We can do
Food
that afterwards. Okay, no.
His sweet rolls a bit more. Just leans over the sweet roll.
All right, listen.
Frisbee pancake.
We got things we gotta get done today for our benefit. All right. Does everyone remember what they are? If you don't, that's fine.
At the back seat.
A raking.
Tired.
You know what? That's fair. I probably should have worded that better. Okay. Breeze, you gotta meet with uh hey, out of character. We know this is her
Just
stepfather.
narrow,
She's
narrow.
making with
Yeah, you think it's my stepfather, I guess. Narrow.
No, Hasa, Blake, Bao all know that the person you're meeting this morning is your father. It was referenced in front of them.
Okay. So I wouldn't know. Okay. We're gonna be meeting someone in an hour. Do you want me there in an official capacity as your steward?
Yes.
Okay. That's done. Second thing. We gotta go get clothes fitting at 10.
Actually,
so we're
the
all gonna
clothes.
be back here.
Yep, they're actually coming to you here.
Yes.
Yep.
So we all gotta be back here at 10. If you want to do something before then, that's fine. But please be here back by 10. Okay. Sound good to everyone?
Wait.
What time are we all gonna be back here?
We're not gonna go with Brace to meet this dude.
I think it'll be really boring. They won't have wrestling on TV.
I can fix that.
I actually have a project for you that I need your help with specifically.
Okay, what's the busy work?
I was wondering if you could figure out what supplies we need to make guns, because I can make you a new gun. You want to kneecap someone with a double barrel shotgun? I can make that. I just need to figure out what I need. And you can help me with it.
Can we just buy one?
I mean, yeah, but
We could, but
that money.
Buy one.
we could.
Yeah, trust me, buy one. I know, but.
Wouldn't it be more funner to make a new one?
No.
Okay.
Why? Have you ever tried?
Yes.
Yeah, it generally tends to blow up in your hand a lot. Okay, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Just know that offer's available.
Wait. And I would glance at Hasa specifically, and if Blake's here, I would probably look at Blake too, and I'd be like, "You're not coming with me to meet the rock star?"
I didn't realize I was needed elsewhere. Yeah, I thought I was going with you.
You're meeting a rock star?
For the sake and purpose of this, Blake is requesting to stay behind today. He will look after the animals.
She's like, honestly, she'd be like, it would have been great to. I kind of would have needed your. I can't roleplay it because he's not here, but
Yeah.
she'd be sad and she'd argue that she needed his support.
I am not going to.
So we'll have to deal with that later.
He'll get to deal with that later.
I wasn't trying to keep anyone out. Yeah.
You've been thrown under the bus for next session.
It's just easier not to have. It's just easier not to have him in the scene. That's all.
I know, but she would have wanted him there specifically.
Oh,
so we'll have to deal with that next session. And if he says no, I came along, we could say that he did, but he was just quiet. But we can deal with that next session.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So those two specifically, because they've shared their trauma and they know a bit about her. Bao unfortunately has been gone off and on for like a long while, so she's like,
It's been very flaky.
yeah. So she's like, he can come with, but it's not like it's. Yeah.
And then we'll go do that. We'll kind of hopefully perk everyone up with lunch with Captain Tneri, if that's how you say his name, at 12, and Blake will have his dance protocol at 2. So, and after that, hopefully we can bust out to the caves, figure out what the hell's going on with this cult bullshit, and then kind of go from there. Does that sound good to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be back here by 10, everyone, right?
Yeah.
I'll be back by
10.
10.
Preferably before 10, so we can get fitted and get that done.
Make your mind up. Before 10, at 10.
If you can do before 10, that'd be perfect. But if you can do it at 10, and be fashionably on time, I'm also cool with that as well.
I'm cool.
Oh.
All right, I can dig it. All right.
And with that, you make the decision to break. So, we will take a quick 5-minute break. And
Yeah.
mainly because I need to go to the bathroom. So we will be back in 5 minutes. Go get a drink, go to the bathroom, and we will be back for the meeting with Vale.
Ooh.
The first one's good though.
French.
We are back.
No, not French.
Hello.
French was shut down.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your break. It would be nice. There we go. Thank you, computer, for finally loading in. So, we come back. The plan has been decided for the events of the morning. And so, the party that is going to go and speak to Vale decides to head out.
Yes.
Yes. You decide to head out and you head through the city. Oh,
As we are walking,
I'm walking.
I'm walking here. Roland will kind of be like checking over the itinerary, just making sure everything's right, and he'll ask Breeze, hey, why are we meeting with this guy? I just got told to schedule this meeting. I wasn't told why.
Okay,
to schedule the
so
meeting.
right, so Croesus would know. You should ask him. But it's because the cult are planning to use. He's apparently this big charismatic rock star, and the cult believe that.
Oh,
one,
right.
there'll be many people at his concert, and also if they can get him on board, the power of his influence will sway many more. So we have to warn him about the presence of a cult, and see if do we
Isn't-
look okay. I mean, I don't look like I'm dressed up, right? I look fine. I don't.
No. You look like you can impress people, but you didn't try to impress them.
It's good because I wasn't.
Right. Okay. I mean, if that's the only reason why we're talking to this guy, I just want to know how we're gonna approach this conversation. I mean, aren't most rockers basically their own walking cult of personality?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. And the cult themselves wanted, but at least so far as I understand, his cult of personality hasn't ruined too many families or marriages or lives. So, but I think the cult will probably ruin a lot more. So we probably don't want them to.
We got specific there
get
for a
to
second, but
him.
all right, yeah.
Well, you know, rock stars, rock stars, right? You know, that's what they're a cult.
Yeah,
Reason.
considering rock stars weren't a thing in my time period, yeah, sure, I guess.
Oh, you don't know about Vale? He's very
No,
special. He
'cause
does
again,
he does
I've
everything.
been
He
dead
does
for a
everything
while.
himself. He has the most
Oh.
amazing production, but he does it all himself. And yeah,
That sounds like a lot of work for one person,
It
considering
really
I don't know what
does.
the work is, but
I mean, he has his entourage. You know, he has people who puts up tents. Yeah.
oh, so hang on, I know this word. I'm hip with kids. Groupies, right? Is that a word?
No, that's different. Roadies and there's groupies. He has
Ah.
groupies too, but you know, I've read the papers. But I've read the Grapevine press. But he also has roadies.
Okay. Well, I will simply stand off to the side and just be your steward. If you need me to tell you to hurry up for something on itinerary, just give me a signal.
What should our word be? Because you know these rock stars, they like to talk a lot. So what should our word be? We need to go word. I look at her,
Why don't
so-
you? Why not crisis?
But that sounds dramatic, don't you think?
Oh well, yeah. That's how I know we gotta go. Give me something more chill. I'm just giving you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I glance at Haza because he's familiar with the subtleties of politics or court life, so I just.
You know anything about this guy, Hasa?
Well, no, you know, or do you have any good words to?
Well, I don't know anything specific about Vale, but if you're looking for a buzzword,
Really?
well, I'm not particularly
I've no-
familiar. I don't.
Did he never play in?
Possibly.
What's the place called that you're from? Out of character.
Seeker's Respite.
Yeah, Seeker's Respite. You never played in Seeker's Respite?
He probably did. I'm assuming at one point or another, but I've never attended one of his performances. He's not exactly someone that I hold in special.
You don't really care for music, do you?
Oh no, I quite enjoy music. I just know that I don't know. I have this sort of tendency to avoid if something gets too overhyped.
If it's popular.
I tend to
And
lose interest. Yes.
So if you heard of it first, though, you could at least tell people, well, I knew them before they were popular.
If it comes up in conversation, maybe.
What?
Why does that matter?
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, why does that matter? If to what music you like?
No. This is a certain group of people around the court who are just very much known for only liking music if nobody else likes it, and it just.
That
I'm
sounds
sorry.
miserable.
It does. That's not quite what I was meaning, but fair enough.
Mhm.
I do enjoy some music that other people enjoy. It's just that that particular artist is not one I enjoy because he seems quite over-exaggerated and overhyped.
A meeting with the tailor. We can say that we have a meeting with the tailor.
Okay, I mean we do. So
Yes, if I say, oh, what time is the meeting with the tailor again? And then you can look at your notes and you can say, oh dear, we're terribly late. We must, oh, sorry, it should be more. Oh dear, we're terribly late and my grits are getting cold.
Perfect. Perfect rendition.
you know, I don't know what music I like.
It's
You don't
like
know what
there's
music-
two of you.
Well, no, it's not that. None of the music y'all have now were fucking around when I was around.
The people you travelled with had the most eclectic taste.
Like
about-
here's
You had
here's
the
thing.
theremin last night. Did you like that?
It was okay. I didn't dislike it.
Roland
But-
just like corpse husband.
Well, like what I mean is, Breeze, I had a partner named Songbird, and she was a lot like you in a way. You know, very musically talented. And
You don't
when we were
know
out,
that I'm musically talented at all. You've never heard me play.
no, but Crisis has.
Maybe once. I don't really recall.
Anyways,
I don't think Crisis has, by the way, actually.
no, the first few sessions when we
Oh
went
no,
to
on the boat,
tavern-
on the tavern I deliberately didn't play, but on the boat I did. So he would
Oh,
have
yeah.
yeah. That was before I
That was it with all the little old ladies you entertained.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
But my partner Songbird, she sung a lot while we were out hunting. Of course, there's Sharp Tongue. Her music is not necessarily my style. A little bit too harsh for my taste. But I don't know. You remind me of a lot of people, Breeze. It's weird.
Well, I'm glad I'm like everybody else. Should we get a tram? This is a long walk. And I look at one of the what are they called? The
It's funny you say that because I was going to say that you arrive at a tent, but I didn't want to interrupt. You know, so
Yeah.
so
Back
yes,
in my day, we had to walk everywhere, uphill and downhill, both ways.
you find that you have arrived in front of what appears to be a pavilion. You notice that it has the illusion of large stone columns with lots of hanging vines. In the back of it, you can see a stage, but you get the visual appearance that there seems to be small tents situated, like spanning off of it. You know, as you walk through here yesterday, this was not here yesterday, and all of this seems to have popped up overnight. And there seems to be in total 7 tents, I believe.
We don't hear sound, right? There's not like a sound check going on.
There's
or
no
is there?
sound check. You do see that there are some flashing coloured lights that seem to be and mist that comes off of the stage. But as you walk through this main entranced archway, you realise with a start that there appears to be an ethereal presence that manifests in front of you. It seems to be almost like a white dummy. It is wearing what appears to be a kind of almost fluoro blue safety vest over the top. It seems to be waiting with its hands clasped behind its back. It has no facial features. It is essentially a white dummy wearing a safety vest. If you looked around behind it, you would see that it has staff written on the back that seems to have just manifest in front of you as you have entered in. Like it's almost waiting for you to introduce yourselves.
Hello. Would I have met? Never mind. Would I have met this creature before?
In your travels, short though they may have been, you would have seen these things before. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a staff that
So I
works
would-
in your father's tents.
Yeah. So I would just say, yes. I would know we have to introduce ourselves, or we'll probably get like electric shocked or something weird.
Or just ejected, yeah.
Ejected. So we are a delegation from the Soft Lady. We bring warnings. We bring tidings to Mr. Nero of the greatest import.
It kind of looks at you for a moment, doesn't speak, as it turns and leads you to one side of the stage up a staircase to head directly towards the back of the stage, and whatever room presents directly at the back of it.
Are we all together? Is Bosco with us, or is Bosco off making a gun?
We don't know.
According to the chat, he said he's following, but we don't see him.
Oh, we don't see him. Okay.
Like,
So
out
he
of
said he was.
character.
So he said he was going to do something else, but he's been following us. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to know if I know that he's here. That's all.
Okay. So, you are led through up onto the stage. The mist and smoke swirls at your feet as the bright colours of the lights are being kind of tested and just made sure that they're all working properly. As you look around, you see more of these individuals. As you get up to the stage, you see that there are more of these white dummies, but most of the ones that are up on the stage are wearing essentially black t-shirts.
Already uniform.
Yeah, as this one in the fluoro high-vis leads you down the back and into a deep purple tent directly behind the stage. As you enter in, your feet find plush carpets in shades of red and purple. You notice that the whole ambience of the area kind of changes as you can see that there are hanging gauzes, and you can see through each of those gauzes like scenery of what appears to be almost like a desert landscape, like a desert oasis between the curtains. The rugs on the floor are in shades of blue and deep, vibrant purple. You notice to one side there are these luxuriant chaise lounges with platters of fresh grapes and cheeses. To another side of
definitely figs.
To another side of the room, you notice a large, very shiny grand piano. On directly as you come through the door, there seems to be a seating area with lots of cushions and books and more of these platters of food. You notice that there are hookahs sitting around as well. And directly at the back of this room, as you walk in, right in the center of the back of this room, you notice this very, very large bed. It is easily 20 feet wide, very plush looking, deep purple bedding on it in purple silks and velvets, and just this amalgamation of sensations. And the roadie seems to lead you behind the curtain that is behind the bed, as you notice that there is this very deep bath. There are, the water is quite milky. There are lily pads all on it. This whole place has kind of this purplish light to it, this dim purplish atmospheric light to it, and there are these brass candle holders everywhere that just give off the faintest illumination, giving this kind of, just this whole atmosphere as rising out of the water is this gentleman. He stands at about 6'2", with long white hair. His horns are gilded in gold, as he grabs a towel to wrap around himself as he steps out of the water. Well, I certainly expected you a little later. I didn't think you'd be so prompt.
We had an important message to deliver, so I thought it best to be on time.
Oh. Well, you're here now. As he quickly grabs a silk robe, ties it around himself. Breeze, darling. No need to be so prickly. But I'm glad that you're finally here. You weren't where I left you.
No, I waited there for 3 weeks. You said you'd be 2 days, and I waited there for 3 weeks. So.
Oh. Yes, well, time did get a little away from me. I do apologize.
And then you announced a spring tour, which is delightful.
Well, I figured the easiest way for you to find me was to make myself extremely visible.
Yes, that's what you. That's what you did.
Well, and here you are. I hope you've been well and that you're safe.
I did leave where I was going with the people at the last place we stayed, so it was not too difficult to find me. My EQ did get broken, but I got a new phone, so I'm fine. We do have important news to deliver. That's why we're here. We don't need to get.
I can't imagine anything that you have to say, my darling daughter, would be any less than important.
Is there anybody who didn't know, like, I think out of character, who didn't know that this is my dad?
Roland didn't know.
Okay, right, so Roland will be the one who's like, oh.
Bosco's behind a curtain somewhere going, oh, shit!
Roland's keeping a straight face, though. He's not reacting to this. He's...
Anyway...
The only indication that we know Bosco is watching is because you hear that, but Bosco goes back to hiding afterwards.
Holy shit, daytime television.
We just hear crunching of popcorn.
Anyway, I mean, come take a seat. I'm sure you've just eaten breakfast. And you can introduce me to your friends, and you can give me your message, because, as you said, it's very important, and it must be, considering it is very early.
I'm surprised that you are... Oh, but of course it's preparation for a show. It's different when it's show day.
He wanders over to a table, pours himself a generous glass of wine. Would you all like one?
Oh, that's what I meant to do, by the way, when I was trying to go to the bar. I was going to take a shot. Just before we got here, because I was like, I don't want to meet my dad, like, without being a little buzzed. So I'll just say, but I was pulled away, so I'll say, I hate accepting his generosity, but I'm just so normal, and I'm just so normal and chill, and this is a normal day, and I'm chill, and I'm normal. I would love a glass. Thank you.
Certainly. Bosco, Oh. Ha ha ha. Clever. Cool. You already rolled the stealth. Thank you. Cool. No problem. He pours you a glass of wine, Breeze. Looks at your friends
9
as he
a.m.
goes. He goes and reclines in a chair and gestures to the rest of the seats for you. You watch. The rest of you watch as he waves his hand and additional chaises appear out of nowhere. He is in a deep burgundy silk robe that barely comes to his knees. You notice, in addition to the gold gilding on his horns, he has on his wrist a bracelet that snakes around. It appears to be a snake that has crossed around to come back to bite its own tail, with a very large carnelian gemstone in the back of it.
Can I history check that imagery for of the snake of like what that would mean?
I can show you
'Cause I
what
think-
it looks like as well.
I
That
think
might help.
Roland may have dealt with something like that at one point.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I did put it in, didn't I? I thought I did. Give me a second. Give me a second to find the imagery. That would be helpful, right? In all my notes. Sorry, bear with me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk.
Okay, I can say what I was writing then out loud. Yeah, so Breeze will glances during this. She's very like tense and sort of keeping herself together. So she takes the wine. Like, your hands aren't shaking. She's very like in control, but like in a slight look, she glances at Harsa, and you get this slight bit of panic and a slight bit of like help kind of look in her eyes as she sits down on one of the plush velvety thank God that Blake's not here, he hates velvet. One of the plush velvety poofs that like
There you go.
whatever
That's what it looks like for everyone.
Cool. All right. With the glance, as he's sitting down, Hassel will just sort of reach up and brush a bit of his hair aside and interacting with the earpiece you just hear in your head. Want me to take the lead?
I don't think that's necessary. So I think I can't respond with the earpiece, so I'll just respond
It's
with
message. It's just
Oh,
message.
okay, so I will respond with message because I have it too. I don't think that's necessary. Just if I'm just be there for me.
Of course.
You don't have to be quiet, either.
Of course.
Roland, you don't recognize this artifact at all. It does not look remotely familiar to anything you've ever seen. Which in itself is unusual.
Okay.
So, I see you found some friends, which is lovely. I assume you've been enjoying your independence.
I've been having a delightful time. You leaving was maybe the best thing that could have actually happened to me. Both
Look,
times.
We both know that your mother can be oppressive in her control. The last thing you needed was me babysitting you. You're more than capable.
No, yes, sure, babysitting me would have been a problem, but getting to know me would have... Never mind, you didn't want to. You had other things to do, and that's fine.
I agree, getting to know you, but the question is, would I have been getting to know you, Breeze, or would I have been getting to know the person your mother raised?
I don't know, how many other spawns have you abandoned? So,
Breeze, have you ever actually gotten to have your own thoughts, to know what you like, what you don't like? You didn't need me there telling you what to do, what to wear,
I
what
didn't
to like.
ask you to tell me to. I just wanted to. But I wanted something. I wanted to know you. I wanted to get to know you. But you didn't let me. I had a want. I had a desire. But it conflicted with your need to fuck everybody, I guess. So perhaps you should just go fuck yourself, Father.
I can see you're angry. And, well, frankly, you're well within your rights. You're right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for giving me that permission. I'm grateful.
No, you're right to be angry at me, Breeze. I should never have let you. I honestly thought it was only going to be one day, and I should have communicated better. I should have called. I apologize. I'm so used to being on my own that I hadn't thought.
I understand. You'd forgotten about me for a century, so of course it was easy to forget about me after a day. I understand that. Anyway, to business. We do have, unfortunately, grave news. Aren't I right, Taster? This is,
Exactly. Unfortunately, we couldn't arrive any sooner than we already have, but,
Oh, I do have to ask, well, first of all, I am Shaitani Nero. You are?
Oh, apologies. Hasa Rook, Mistweaver, of the Rook lineage in the Ascended Tiles.
Oh. Ascendant Isles. Can't say that I've managed to get out there. Most of the listeners there tend to be more interested in what the history books have to say, from what I could tell.
Yes, I believe you would find it quite stifling to your creativity. Nevertheless,
More small.
We recently came about some information regarding a potential threat both to yourself and the community at large. Apparently, a particular group wishes to make use of your talents for some ill gain.
And which talent would they be?
Crisis, I believe you have the overall review of the information.
Yes.
Never more have I seen a John Travolta look of, what doing here?
Yes, Roland / Crisis does. Andrew does not. Okay, I'll put you through it.
Well, in that case, almighty DM, please bless Crisis with memory.
Well, no, hang on. Let me stumble through this. I'll take notes. Okay. We were originally looking for a missing individual out north near Kirkwood, kind of out near those lakes, in which we had found him and several other individuals who we believe have been mind-jacked. And
Perp was about 5'9". Sorry.
No.
And basically, they name-dropped you and trying to use you and your brand to start mind-controlling other people, in which I imagine that won't be great to attach to your brand and image. Yeah.
Enchantment, charming, things like that.
I mean, I would be relatively useless here. I mean, I've never met a fae that I could charm.
Well, that's the thing, though. They were charming fae adventurers.
I would. Him
so.
saying that, I would do a snort laugh at him saying he has not met a fae that he could charm. I'm pretty sure.
The reason you're probably going to be targeted is because you draw large crowds. It's because you're popular. No one would question why, people are going halfway across the realms to see you perform.
Well, it
And
wouldn't be the
it's how
first
they
time.
can disperse their followers across the realm much faster.
So, is this a warning that I should look out for being abducted or not letting them in?
A little bit of A, a little bit of B.
All of the above would be preferable. Avoid any form of interaction with them at all. We have no means of knowing exactly what they're going to do to you.
Do you have any?
News bores you, Father, but yes, we thought it best to warn you. They will target your crowd, which is less people you can manipulate, and they will also target you. So, be on guard.
I wouldn't say the news bores me. It's more the fact I'm missing a few details, like what these cultists look like, signifiers to indicate what I might be looking for.
I will hold up the back of the flyer with the symbol on it.
So I have a symbol to go off of.
Weren't all of the people that we saw or related to that didn't they have like the mark or something on them?
Yeah, they all seem to have a mark on them.
They had it on their face, right? Like,
Yeah.
as in-
So I'm looking for people with this marking. So I should set my servants to make sure that anyone with that mark is not allowed in.
That would be a good first step, yes.
Perhaps their interaction with your fans.
Well, I can do what I can to limit them doing it within my arena, definitely. Beyond its walls, I have very little control.
Really, you have no minions, no groupies, no fans that could send scurrying about during your
I
bidding?
don't have a habit of sending people after people that I don't like, unlike some people I know. Like your mother.
You chose her, so you keep on using her. So,
I chose her? Is that what she told you? See, unlike me, who can not charm the Fae, do you know what the Fae can do, Breeze? Do you know what the Fae can do to others who aren't of the Feywild? Have you ever wondered? Or did you never ask?
I was born deeply uncurious, I suppose. That's why I'm so dull and uninteresting to all of you. Please enlighten me.
Breeze, it's not the fact that you are uninteresting. In fact, you are very interesting. It's more the fact that you were stifled. And honestly, having my presence around you would have only stifled you further. Living under the shadow of who I am, what I am, would not have helped you develop who you are.
It may have brought me some control. It may have made me understand myself. I nearly killed people yesterday. If I had
And
understood.
how, pray tell, did that happen?
I got into a bit of a fight with my friends.
All right. And you got into a fight and you...
got hurt and I started sucking the life out of people and it felt good.
Oh. Well, that's a turn I didn't expect. So you're like me.
Okay.
So the rumors are true.
Hang on. Let's slow this roll for a second. What does this mean?
Yes, for those of us not in the know, could we perhaps be caught up to speed?
Breeze, did you not tell them who or what I am?
I thought that Harsa knew. I saw his list.
What did you... What? My list?
You said, don't let yourself be swayed by a succubus.
Yes, that was in
I thought
reference to
I
a
thought you'd heard the
story.
rumors. I thought you'd heard the rumors. Everybody's heard the rumors.
Oh, that's it?
I'm
Your father's the incubus or whatever?
I'm very confused. Like, yes, everyone has rumors about them, but why would I put stock in rumor?
Because you believed it. There are things sometimes that if you can't verify as fact, you believe. Because why wouldn't you? So I thought that you just thought that.
No, no, you don't believe it because you can't verify it. That's bad to just believe rumors.
Yeah, that's
I
not how it
haven't verified
works.
that the sun's going to rise every day, but I still believe it.
But we have okay, we're getting off track.
We
is
haven't.
that what?
You know, tomorrow could be switchy Sunday and the sun doesn't rise. We don't know that. The point is you observe things and you say, well, that seems true.
Breeze.
I'm fine. I glug my wine. I down my glass of wine.
Breeze.
Yes.
No, it's... You're going to be okay. I honestly... And he gets down onto his knees in front of you to take your hand. I stayed away from you because I didn't want the rumors to be further founded. Had I known that you were suffering, I frankly would have been there for you.
It was only when it wasn't even a thing, and even then it didn't. There were always rumors, like always, because
Breeze, the last thing I want is to be a detriment to you, and considering the rumors around your banishment, I honestly thought the last thing that you needed was...
I didn't do anything. That was the thing.
I believe you.
Well, nobody's gonna believe me now after things like yesterday.
Breeze, all it is you need to learn control.
He tried to molest me, and I kicked him in the balls. That's all that happened. I didn't anything. I didn't drain the life out of him. I didn't do anything.
Whoa, wait, hang on. What? What the fuck?
Who? What? Who did?
Wait, you never told them?
They didn't. Why would they need to know? We could just leave that behind. My mother believed him, so why would I tell these people who've just met me? She's known me my entire life, and she didn't believe me. So I'm not going to tell these people, especially when Harsa already had a list with
Breeze,
succubuses on it.
Breeze, your mother didn't believe him, but it was about minimizing the talk. It was never about...
Yeah, that's why she needed to slap me in the face. Yes, because she didn't believe me.
That is something you are going to have to discuss with your mother, but as far as you coming with me...
She sent me away because I was a problem for her reputation at court, because I was a disruption, and nobody wanted some little succubus going around and causing problems and tempting the noble boys, now did they? Now I'll roll an insight check.
Oh no, Harsa needs to roll an insight check.
Oh.
Yeah, while this conversation is happening, by the way, Harsa is just sort of readjusts. He slips one hand into his pocket, and you can see him wince a little as he does. I'm going to chemical focus, aka guidance, before I do this.
Mm-hmm.
Insight.
He seems to be being genuine, Harsa.
There we go. Technically, it should be in. Yeah. All right. Can't really believe I'm thinking this, but perhaps we need to further investigate your mother's side of things.
I mean, Breeze, honestly. Considering the rumors, do you really think sending you with me was going to make those go away?
Would be away, so who would care? as long as I'm not there polluting her
Praise.
perfect political standing.
People are going to care because of what you are. You are second in line to the throne, regardless of whether you are my daughter or not. Heaven forbid something happen to your older sister and you will be queen. People care.
No, they know I don't want it. I mean, it would be a shame. I would absolutely secede the throne, not to
What, your sister?
not to Nessa, but maybe to Pio. She seems like a sweetheart.
Oh, you really think that Nessa would allow that?
Can people do that? More to himself, if anything.
If he says that out loud, just like, people abdicate. It's rare, but of course they do. She would not hurt Pio, though. That's the thing.
But not only that, why shouldn't you deserve it if that was the case? You would make a wonderful queen.
You barely know me.
The first smartest thing that I've heard him say.
Yeah.
You know
The
me for a couple
problem-
of months and then you left, and I don't.
This life that I live, Breeze, with the people that I encounter. You're right. I should have taken you with me, and
I just wanted to play music, and I thought that one day you'd let me play with you, maybe. And I don't know. I thought that maybe you'd see that I was good too, and you'd say, well, "You're good," and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that even though I didn't know you, I know you now. But that's never going to happen. So anyway, how do you think you'll be able to handle this this menace of this cult? Are any of your servants going to be capable of? I just put the wine glass down and rub my head.
He lets out a sigh as you kind of change the subject. Within my domain, I decide what is going to happen. I am the ruler and creator of all of this. The minute they enter into my arena, well, I decide what goes. So don't worry about me.
And your fans, can you protect them?
Within these walls, I will endeavor to do whatever I can.
How easy would it be to tear down the walls?
Oh,
More determined.
they would have to get me to dispel it. All you see, I mean, most of the chairs you're sitting on and everything, they're actually real, because obviously I need to have something to defend myself, and unfortunately illusory things can't do that. However, the tent, the lights, the servants, everything within it, the food, it all comes from magic.
And that's gonna last forever and never fade.
Oh, this? All of this? Oh no, this will last for at least a week.
No, I was speaking to a greater problem.
I don't think he's in the know there.
Oh, are you talking about magic fading?
He's in the know. He's probably.
It doesn't affect me. I have everything I will ever need.
You know she's here, right? You know my mother's here. She never misses any of your concerts.
Yes, to see you.
And will you entertain her?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Look, a man's got to eat.
Among other things.
All right. Let's keep it on track. So you're confident that you're going to be able to take care of yourself inside these walls?
I'm more than confident, my sweet, sweet Asma.
Yeah, pride goes before the fall. Okay, well, we did our due diligence and we told him. I know we got a fitting appointment coming up soon.
Taylor, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we got a Taylor.
I'm sorry, I never actually caught your name, sir.
It's fine.
His name's Fine.
All right. Don't share your secrets.
What is I don't know, because apparently Professor smells about different people. I'm confused. What are they
No.
doing?
No.
I think he was referring to Hadri's thirsting over Vale.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
I am
player.
thirsting, Val.
Does it mean
is not.
is the character like, oh, I want to sit on his lap?
He's comfortable at, but he's not there at the moment. He stayed behind.
Oh, he stayed
Do
behind?
you-
I thought you were there. Okay.
I mean, if anything, do you want VIP tickets? You and your friends can come in, enjoy the festivities, keep an eye on things if you'd feel more secure.
We
You
probably
get
should.
backstage access.
Oh, certainly.
We have
You can have all
backstage
the access
but
you want.
Don't come on to my friends.
It's not my fault you attract attractive men.
We have backstage access by default, don't worry.
Right.
Alright. Well, this has been informative.
Experience.
Mm.
Perhaps we should go see to that tailor now.
Yes, it's important that our clothes.
I will say,
Well-
between now and the concert, you are welcome to come back any time for more questions, of course. All above board, above desk, of course. But
Does his eyes linger on any of my friends? Is it like or below desk if you would like? Is it
oh no, it is just general like
Okay.
schmoozing kind of factor.
okay.
But I know these adventurer types. You have questions. You have follow-up questions. And you like to live dangerously.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
And the
We
only problem
will-
with this room is if I have follow-up questions, I may have trouble finding you again. No, I could just follow the trail of, your adoring fans, I suppose, and I'll always find you.
Breeze, I know it doesn't mean much to you, but I do apologize. I thought I was doing what was best, and unfortunately, I have been a terrible father, but that is going to happen when
I'm
I
sure you
didn't get a
apologize
chance to
to
be.
All your
your father.
children.
You make the assumption I have dozens of children.
I just look at him, my eyebrows raise slightly, and I say, yes, I do.
Well, you would be wrong.
He has millions now.
Dozens, I got hundreds, baby.
Rookie numbers.
Do you want to meet your
I-
brothers and sisters?
I didn't get a chance to be your father, and
She wouldn't let
when
you?
Of course not. Do you think your mother would let go of control of anything she deems as hers?
No, but you could have stolen me.
What?
You could have
Fought
stolen me.
a queen of a court and gotten myself outlawed?
You could have stolen me.
Stolen a princess? Do you hear yourself?
If you just went far enough, if you cared enough, you could have stolen me.
Would have made for an interesting bardic story.
That is the point. I'm a bard and I can't charm any of the people in the court.
That's not true. I've charmed.
Or are you
I've
saying that
accidentally, with some of your powers, affected some people of. So I don't think it's.
Then you have done something I have never managed.
Huh. But I didn't do that to him. Just to be clear, the rumors are wrong. He came onto me and I pushed him away. Just to be clear, he just didn't like the kick in the balls that I gave him.
I'm still not quite sure who it is he
I'll
is.
tell you later.
Alright.
Breeze, let me try to make it up to you.
Don't you stop it! I can't wait to hear you sing again. You're very talented. Good day, sir. And I will walk away.
You're allowed to leave. He won't. He does get up to like reach after you to like grab your clothes, but stops. He thinks better of it and doesn't go to stop you. Well, gentlemen, it would appear that our meeting is at an end. As I said, my tent is always open for any questions or just conversations if you would like.
I get the VIP passes now.
Oh, you don't need any physical. I've already collected that you're all allowed in.
Yes, as he mentioned earlier, he's controlling pretty much everything, and that includes security. So he knows we're here, therefore they know we're here.
It's not like there's going to be anybody that's going to act an imposter to look like you and get to me.
You know, you breathe bad voodoo into the air when you say that.
Yeah, kind of just sort of jinxing yourself. Now you have to keep an eye out for that.
I know, but how else do you get such wonderful stories, and woe betide them if they try to get one up on me.
Right, well, we'll leave you to your... whatever this is. Oh well.
Preparations. Some of us have to work hard, Mr. Rook, for our living.
Yes, some of us would call that preparation, some of us would call that hard work. Some of us know the truth, and he walks out.
Roland doesn't say anything, he walks out as well.
Bow's just left standing there, twiddling his thumbs.
He's just slowly snacking on the fucking fish cracker things, like...
He's like
Seven.
Oh yeah, that was that. Yeah.
What did you
No, we're forgetting the other person who was there, though.
Yeah, the other.
We didn't know he was there.
Back, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
No.
Bao would have zoned out while eating fish crackers or something.
I'll get you to make me another stealth Bosco to leave.
Didn't Vale catch you?
Oh yeah, that's a very good point. How did Vale's security not catch him?
Oh.
Can we roll perception to see if we spot him on the way out?
I don't think I can beat a
Go
25.
for it.
Physically, what? If I roll a nat 20, I could.
Let's
Yeah.
try.
Man, a lot of 15.
Hasa sees nothing. You rolled a nat something.
The abs were too glistening. They're a little bit too distracting.
But Bosco, as you do
I'm
go
in
to
my
leave,
feelings.
you feel a
Yes.
hand on your shoulder.
Oh.
Of course.
I'll spin around.
As you see a white dummy in a high-vis blue vest standing over there holding your shoulder.
Can I help you?
He just kind of guides you around the back way, avoiding the people leaving.
The back rooms?
You go to the back room, through the back door.
Oh, it must be Christmas.
Swear to God, if Bosco's been fucking hired by her other parent.
I have too many fathers.
So the rest of you go back to the tavern. I'm assuming, Breeze, you have stormed off.
Yeah, but I won't. I'm waiting to get out of his realm because I know when he says that it's his domain, he means it in almost like a literal sense.
It
like,
is,
effects change when you're in his arena, like the thing he's claimed as his domain. So I just want to get out of it, and then I'll like lean against the wall and just be breathing, like,
Okay.
you know. So I'll wait for the others. Yeah.
Okay. So you wait for the others. The others arrive eventually.
We are running quite late for our tailor fitting, so I suppose we should. That's another tram, and I hail a bullet.
You hail a bullet.
A bullet
Yep.
time?
Yep.
A bullet, right? A bullet? A bullet?
Yeah.
Bullet bill?
Bullet bill.
So, by your lack of surprise, I'm assuming you all knew that that was going to be my father. Yeah.
I believe that was discussed in the court when we met the soft lady.
No, it was definitely not.
Out of character, I thought that was actually mentioned.
It was
100%
mentioned.
not.
Yeah,
No, it
it
wasn't.
was.
No, they didn't say dad. They didn't say dad. They never said dad.
Fine.
No, she said exactly. Oh, you need to talk
You
to
know-
Shaitani Nero. And she goes, and you went, oh, why can't you send a letter? And she turned around to you and said, I thought you would have a better in with him, considering he's your father.
No. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. I think he said. She said. I think she
No,
said. Like, oh, I thought.
I do
I
remember
swear.
that.
I'm pretty sure.
I do remember
swear.
that. Yeah.
Because it was only when we went back to the thingy bob that we heard father. Like, I swear she didn't say father.
No,
She said,
she pointed
No,
out.
I remember the words. She actually said, it's because, no, I remember this because I was like, oh, cute, very courtly. She said, because of your personal connection with him, was what she said. She did not say father. She said,
That's
because of
what
your
she
personal
said.
connection with him. That's what she
We
said.
cannot check right now.
Who knows?
But
We'll go back.
I'm
and
pretty
regardless,
sure-
Roland didn't
I'm pretty
know.
sure she said personal connection, and it was so off. And by the way, I never hid it. Like, I only
Yeah.
started talking about him as my dad, like, after I found out he deliberately has gone on a tour and did leave me. Like, on the boat, I was like, hey, I'm looking for my father. I think he's in trouble. So,
That's
so
fair. That's fair.
it was only afterwards I stopped talking about him. Yeah, so we can disagree, but I say it anyway. Oh, you're like, I'm
Fair enough.
surprised.
If you would prefer, I can always pretend to be surprised.
Yes, please. That would actually
Uh,
that would make me feel so much better.
I mean, I genuinely was surprised. What the fuck?
Your
Yes,
surprise
but,
face is much like your normal face.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there was so much information dropped on us. What the fuck?
Yes, I'm sorry. The famous rock star.
No, no, no,
Vale
no,
is
no,
my
no.
father.
Fuck that. Who do we gotta kill? Who's the other
Yes,
douchebag we
you
gotta
have
put in a
You
hole?
have
Me?
a name to drop.
Oh, thanks. I just needed. Never mind. And I jump into the tram, pulled by the bullet, and
I mean, okay, I get on with her and I'll continue the conversation.
yeah, we
Yeah,
can continue the
yeah.
conversation. I'm just saying that I will just sit.
Okay,
I'll just
okay,
stay
okay.
there.
I just listen. I realize you've known me for like maybe a full 24 hours at this point. You don't have to tell me anything. If you want to talk to Crassus, he will just
Haven't I-
listen. He doesn't have to say anything back.
Will he remember this?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll pop up in the top right of your vision. Crisis will remember this.
Yeah, he'll remember this. We're starting to become more accessible to each other. The point being, though, the point stands. You can either talk to Crassus or me. You know, we don't have to actually say anything back. We're very good at listening.
Right.
Yes, what he said.
Anything else you wanted to ask?
You.
What is he? I know we all sort of
Oh,
jumped
come on.
around it as if it was like a pretty obvious thing, but
I will, before I say anything, I will look around the cart. I don't know where Bosco is, but I'm gonna just do a general. I'm gonna do a perception check.
do a Bosco check.
I don't think I
Roll
can
for
pass.
Bosco.
I don't think I can pass his stealth, but I just want to look around anyway.
Hey, you never
Yes.
know. You might get nat 20. Might get a big old natty. I don't like that sentence I just said. Never mind.
20s. I love them girls with them natty 20s.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway. Nailed it.
Nice.
Nailed it.
9.
I mean, from sounds like your father may be very persuasive
Oh,
when it comes to
he,
being attractive.
He's technically, I guess, an incubus, one of the demons of hell or whatever.
I mean, is that
Huh.
it?
Yeah, is that?
They're
that's the-
not. they're not that common. And honestly, it's not supposed to be. But his fans don't know. To be clear, they think that he's just charming, and in this, I know that they're not the most unheard of thing, but it's still. You understand what it would have been like growing up where I grew up if people thought I was part incubus. Every achievement of mine would be because she used her wily powers.
Oh,
Well, that's
absolutely.
certainly what Nestle
Yeah.
used to say.
You're right. We're not trying
Yeah.
to brush it off as it's not that big of a deal, but just doesn't change our perception of you.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
everything you've done is because of what you've done.
Well, it's changed other people's perception. Even after the arena, even after what I did to that woman in the sewer.
Wait, what'd you do to women in the sewer?
Oh, that.
Oh, the eco-terrorist?
The
No, I don't have a
eco-terrorist.
complaint about that. That's
Did Crisis told you about that?
no, we're not on speaking terms. Not that I can't talk to him,
Okay.
but no, again, I can kind of see some things.
I don't know where that came from, but I'm assuming it's not. That's not a thing that normally people don't normally like bend under your will like that, do they? Or do they? And I look at Hasa and I'm like, do they?
I wouldn't say everyone has that particular talent. It is not
Yeah.
exactly common, but.
But he said
Breeze,
that he couldn't do it to Fae people, and she was Fae, so I don't know.
out of character, was she actually Fae?
I thought so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm fairly certain that most of Fae ancestry usually are resistant to such enchantments.
To charm, yes, but I thought that this was something. I thought that. Look, I'm not an expert on. Weirdly, the books about incubuses and succubuses were kept away from me when I was growing up, so I
Fine,
don't.
you-
I didn't
you
know
want
it was
us
a
to study more into this?
thing. Maybe.
I have still got quite a few connections back in the university. I could always see if we can get access to with some information.
So why was it on your
Or
list?
we can Google it real quick.
No, you weren't on. I thought I
No.
told you
No,
the
no,
list
why-
is modeled.
Yes, I know, but so he. But I want to know the story. Why wasn't his list? What happened when?
Oh,
He must have obviously told you enough for you to be impressed by it to put it on your list. So
well,
why
yes.
was succubus?
In his early weeks traveling with the group that he would become his adventuring party, my great grandfather encountered a town that was pretty much overrun and overtaken by someone who he labeled a succubus. Basically, that's what he referred to her as. She was very highly influential, and she possessed his mind at one point, made him almost decimate the town. But
Well, luckily my father is into music and he's a traveling incubus, so he doesn't decimate towns. He just leaves them briefly bereft.
well,
Um,
yes, but just one thing that's sort of lingering in the subtext, I'm kind of guessing, and keep in mind I am still terrible at this sort of thing, so I might be wrong. And he places a hand on Breeze's shoulder. That situation with the eco-terrorist, you realize you didn't do a bad thing, right? She was going to hurt people.
Yeah, no, that was not a situation which you did a bad thing. You did a good thing.
You potentially saved quite a few people's lives there.
Is it right
Including
to
ours.
affect somebody's mind in that way?
If they're threatening to kill other people, I think they kind of. Well, okay, let me rephrase this because I'm about to say something stupid. I think negotiations should always be the first alternative,
Exactly.
And justify
whether
the
they are
means.
charmed or not.
Once
Look-
we've exhausted all possibilities and justify the means, is what you're saying?
That's the thing. We didn't exhaust all possibilities.
Means
but
justify the ends. Sorry.
the ability to influence negotiations has always been something that people lean towards. Violence is far worse. She could have killed any of us. We may have killed her. She could have killed anyone above ground.
I'm sorry, I have to
And-
disagree. I think that if somebody controlled my mind, it would be worse for me than somebody controlling my body.
Well, Breeze, consider this from a non Fae perspective, we're kind of always at risk of having our minds dominated.
You have
whether
no
it's
fae
through a short.
lived in there somewhere?
No,
Just
no,
looks
I am.
slowly, motion finger with her finger.
Yeah, no, I am all Asmar. I mean,
All the way
Roll was
down.
originally human. Yeah, all the way down.
And Sharp
Oh,
Tongue,
ah.
and Brave, and a Sweet Song, they're all Azuma.
Say that again.
Entirely armed.
And Sharp Tongue, and Brave, and Sweet Tongue, and I name all the people that you have in your head, and I say, and they're all Azuma? I'm just wondering if any of them
No. They all died their original species. And Roland's, was born human, but the reincarnation, the Selene, she's,
yeah, I just didn't know if perhaps the
linked to the
people
whole Asmar thing. So that's kind of, I think, why I took this form.
containing a multitude of souls perhaps affects you somehow. I don't know.
Yes, and while I like to think I birthed myself back into reality, I think Selene had a bigger hand than what she's willing to tell me.
I mean, you
Oh, wasn't
literally.
he over us? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say you literally refer to her as this deceiver at every opportunity you get. I would
The
not be surprised.
deceiver.
Yeah,
You keep calling her the deceiver. Of course, she's
But you
deceiving.
like women that lie?
I mean, he doesn't like women in positions of power.
All right, let's.
What about a woman in a position
She's
of
the
power
deceiver
that
because
way?
she lied to me once. And it was the most important lie she ever did. And it really
it's a-
fucking hurts.
Holy shit. Remind me never to do anything of note around you. I don't want some weird nickname because of one thing I did.
If
What
you
am
knew
I,
the
the-
thing-
The egg eater, because I had eggs that one time for breakfast. The spiller,
Listen,
because I spilled my drink.
listen. They called me the dreamer because I went to, when I was fucking 17 years old, rocked up to this little guild of rangers and said, hey, I have a big dream. I want to be a big old hero. And they fucking laughed at me and they said, welcome aboard, idiot. So that's how I got my name of the dreamer.
It's surprising that
There's
they
a
call
lot
you the
of worse
idiot.
ways. Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, I got one guy in my head who we call Earthworm, and he's a goddamn genius. So names are weird sometimes, but that's not the focus here.
I hope he gives me a bedtime chat like all the others have.
No, I hope he doesn't. He's an asshole. I love him to death, but he's a condescending motherfucker.
More so than Christ.
Anyways, he's the smartest
feel
guy
like
in the
I'll just
guild.
stick with- I'll just stick with Mistweaver.
That's fine. I'm gonna call you guys by your given name. Trust
So
me, you guys
romantic,
haven't.
so glamorous. Mistweaver.
Thank
And
you.
I
Focus.
smile at him.
All right.
Focused, you're focused, you're focused. Please, finish your thought.
Yes.
You guys are aware that Bosco didn't jump on the tram with you.
We didn't see him
We're
come
also
with us,
aware
though.
that we didn't
Oh,
see
that's
him
right.
the whole time.
No,
Yep.
The only person I was wondering about was Professor Smells, because I thought Professor Smells was with us the whole time. So now I'm confused. Is she just with my dad, like going like, hey?
no, I'm pretty sure that Bao stayed behind.
Yeah.
And-
he would have stayed behind.
Yeah, and you guys have arrived back at the tavern. It's almost 9 o'clock. That barely took an hour. Sorry, it's almost 10 o'clock. That took about an hour.
Yeah, Bao was just taking a big nap. And even a
Big
longer
stretch.
one. Yeah.
Before we exit our transportation, I would tell Breeze, listen. Everything we heard in there, I won't share with anyone. I talk about it with me or Crisis. We got open ears. We'll keep it to ourselves.
I hate it when people start sentences with listen, but I appreciate.
Oh,
the
that's
support.
that's just how I talk.
I know.
Look.
Look,
Pay attention.
listen.
Focus.
Touch. Taste?
Milk.
No, that's
Be your
wrong.
eyes.
Taste is weird. I feel like if you start a sentence with taste, that might be weird.
I imagine my father has taste.
Unless you- it's a-
Let's not-
taste.
Let's
Okay.
perhaps
Hey,
not talk about your father and taste in the same sentence.
It's kind of
Either
the
way,
thing to
the
do,
bullet-
You met him.
The bullet pulls up in front of the burning orchid.
All right.
Oh look, we're here.
I tip the driver and I feed the bullet a slice of bacon. Is that what they eat? I don't know. What do bullets eat?
Sure, he looks very happy with a slice of bacon.
Wait. Are you how are you carrying around a slice of bacon?
Pocket bacon.
Pocket
Do you not
bacon.
have
Have you
pocket
never heard of pocket bacon?
No.
I'm from the Fey realm. I know what I know. I have all the. I have like a tip
Yep.
pocket and it has all the things
Okay.
that you need to tip the
You
various
tip,
creatures.
Exactly.
you tip the bullet.
It's like a bag of holding, but for tips.
And I
And we head
read,
inside.
and I'm like, and immediately as soon as I walk in and I see like Bao held up and he's like fast asleep on like a chair and I don't see Bosco, I'm like, where the fuck was Bosco this whole time? And I turn around to the door.
He's looking for parts for guns, like I asked him to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Let's hang on.
Wait a second, wasn't he
You
hired
said
as
he
my
his word.
bodyguard? What makes you think that he's not gonna do that duty? Because it probably pays more.
You fired him.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
but my stepfather didn't fire him, and I know
Well-
that my word doesn't count.
Wait, hold on. I thought he just came here because he was looking for his brother who was hired to be your bodyguard. I didn't know that he
Yes.
was actually hired to continue that job.
No, he said afterwards that he might as well pick up the
Yes.
slack. So he could get.
So he's unofficially picking up that job.
Yes, he's also my bodyguard. So I doubt that he
here.
went gun looking.
well, here, hang on.
Right.
While we're talking about Bosco, I think we're all being really
I don't
harsh on the
hate
kid.
him. I
I know,
hate
but
him. I realize now that he's a child, and I don't like him, but I'm not gonna
beyond even
encourage
that.
his stalkery.
Well, okay, we're his only connection to finding his brother,
But he
right?
hasn't
Are we
asked
really
about-
gonna blame him for following us around?
But he hasn't asked about his brother since he got here. Like, I don't think
He-
it's about his brother. I think he assumes that his brother's fine and his brother's okay. And I think he right now wants to live up to some sort of ideal. I don't know.
I don't think
I'm-
that's the case at all. I think he very much wants us to help him find his brother, but he doesn't
Then
know us
why-
or trust us.
But then why,
It's-
when we've mentioned finding his brother, has he shut us down?
I think he's gotten frustrated that we haven't done much to help find his brother.
Yesterday, all I talked about was, "Hey, Blake, the coin. Where is he? Perhaps we should go find him. Perhaps." And then everybody's like, "No, we should sleep." And Bosco, not for a second, argued with us. There was no part of him that said, "I'm going in alone," which I would assume
Well,
he would do.
Okay.
If.
Okay. Is it he argued with us or we all argued? Period.
I don't know what point you're
Because-
making.
I think while yes, he did say some things he probably shouldn't have in a way he shouldn't have. I also don't think
You
we
say
gave him
he's-
positive reception
Yeah.
or feedback.
Well, let's all sit here and stare at the door until he comes in, because I'm sure he's probably following us that whole time. Can I roll like some kind of not? I didn't know, I didn't see. Can I roll some kind of like insighty check to see if I suspect, or like a knowledge check to see if I suspect that he was following us?
You don't have to roll for that. You can just suspect it.
Yeah, you can just suspect it. You don't
Okay.
have to roll. If
Alright,
it's
alright.
something that Breeze would do, you can suspect him. Yeah.
Based on our interactions, I'm like, he seemed very keen on the bodyguard role, so I don't think that he stayed behind and did what you asked him to do, for fuck's sake. He didn't do what anybody asked him to do. So there's no part of me that thinks, like, I didn't notice him the entire time, but only afterwards I was like, oh, he was probably there the whole time, right? So I sit there.
Because you're sitting and staring at the door.
Uh-huh.
Roll me a perception.
Guys, can anybody give me the help action?
Sure.
Perceive harder.
Roland's rubbing his head in frustration of, oh god, migraine's coming on this early.
A solid. Not embarrassing, a solid. A good, solid, honest 11. Honest.
As you are staring at the
Honest.
door, you become aware that Bosco's like you don't notice it right away until you kind of feel this like radiating warmth like just over your shoulder, Breeze.
Why are you breathing in my ear?
It's a bit rude to talk about someone when they're in the room with you.
But not if you know they're in the room with you. Wait, so your entire life you've never talked about somebody when they're not in the room with you? You've never said, "Oh, Jennifer needs grapes from the shop." And somebody said, that's rude to talk about Jennifer. She's not here right now. We don't...
Okay.
We can't...
Hang on.
Mm.
Hang on. Break it up. Break it up. Hang on. Break it up. Okay.
I pet him.
Hi,
I
Bosco.
pet
How are
him.
you? How are
I
you doing?
pet him. I turn around and I pet him like he's a tiny little raccoon. I give him a head scratch.
Typical.
Yeah.
Sorry, milady. And I'll pull up a chair next to him.
Hi, Bosco. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine.
What have you been up to this morning?
Stuff.
I glance at Crisis. Not Crisis, Roland.
And Roland is shaking his head. Drop it. Drop it.
I go to the bar and I get another glass of wine.
Sure. You go to the bar and grab another glass of wine. They
All
give
right.
you a bit of a look, but it's also a university bar, so they don't question it.
And I say, hair of the dog. No, sorry, it's probably like hair of the bullet. They don't have hair. Hair of the... What's another
Guns.
beast of burden?
Dogs.
Go and
still-
say it. Say it.
Dogs still exist.
With a
What?
huge hair of the wolfhound. And then I wander back to... Because, you know, university students order hair of the dog all the time. And I wander back to the table.
Yep.
But I'm just so
Okay.
I'm not interrupting and I'm not being a bother with whatever Roland is trying right here.
We got 10 minutes before we all gotta get ready for our fittings. Does anyone, I don't know, need to have an emergency in the next 10 minutes? Or are we all good for the next 10 minutes?
I'll check my schedule.
Thank you.
I do have an emergency scheduled for like 10:30, so
And what is that schedule, considering I helped write your schedule?
but apparently you're a bad steward.
Well, considering you're the one who hired me, that's whose fault is that?
You need to put in everybody knows that you have to pad the schedule with emergency breaks for things that nobody expects.
Right, which is why we have 2 hours between that meeting and now.
Oh, you pushed the okay.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm
time.
gonna pet I'm gonna pet Bao if Bao doesn't mind.
Yeah,
Just
Bao
listen to me.
was gonna offer his head like, I think you need that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the under the chin scratch and the behind the ear scratch. And I'm just gonna be quiet for the
Also
next
just
like...
looks over at the dandelion, now neglected in the corner.
No,
Who looks like he's slightly wilting.
Oh.
No. You're
Uh,
not getting replaced, buddy. Don't
No,
worry.
I give him the biggest eyes like, hey, he just needs this right now. He just needs this. You I still love. He needs this. You
The
I love.
dandelion gives a whoomp and basically lays down but turns facing the wall, tucks his feet, paws under himself and faces the wall.
I put my fingers to my head and I'm like, I've done so much damage today.
Bosco will slide off his chair and go over to the dandelion. There, buddy. They treat us all like that. Don't worry about it.
He just goes, "Whoa, whoa."
And I'll scooch him under the chin.
He leans into it.
And I'll just slump down, lean up against the wall, and just keep patting him.
Breeze, as you're sitting there chugging, you become aware that there is... something's digging into you from your pocket.
I continue to ignore it. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I will check what's in my pocket.
You stick your hand into your pocket and you feel what appears to be an envelope.
Can I roll like a greater perception check to see if it actually is an envelope?
Yeah, definitely. You can roll a perception.
Or can I do investigation instead? Because I think that's better.
It's anthrax.
No, perception.
You can roll an investigation to examine your pocket.
Perception's better.
Perception?
Perception's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
50.
you look down where your hand is in your pocket, and you see that it is an envelope.
I thought
It
you were going
seems
to
to
say it
be...
is anthrax.
No, it's it
It's
is
a
an
severed
envelope.
eyebrow.
It is an envelope. It
If
seems
looks
to
20
be
years
of.
from now.
It is a pale lavender color, and you see in a very artistic scroll on the front of it, you see your name written, Breeze, in a very
Can I check for
calligraphic.
crap?
How would? Sure, roll an
Okay.
investigation.
Sleight of
Little
hand,
bit.
right? Is
No,
it
it's
sleight of hand?
investigation. No, it's
I thought
investigation to
sleight of
check for
hand
traps.
was,
No,
Yeah,
that's
check for
disarming
traps or
traps.
investigation.
Disarming traps
Alright.
is sleight of hand.
Fine. I get real brummy when I'm nervous.
Got it.
Fine. Thank you. I did intimidation again. Ignore it. It's an natural 20. Damn it.
Well, what's
You
the,
scream at the
Ignore it.
letter and it just opens and unfolds itself.
what's the stat for your investigation?
My investigation is 2 less, but I don't know if the DM will allow that.
No,
so
I
doesn't
need
make-
you to roll an investigation
exactly.
with
I
advantage.
agree.
Because
I
well,
agree.
sorry, not with advantage. You get guidance, which is a
advantage?
plus. No,
Okay.
no, I think it's a +4 because
Okay.
apparently somehow you're getting guidance because somehow
Wait,
Hasa knows you're
no,
investigating something.
No, to be honest though, I did look at Hasa earlier today and said, "Hey, I need you," kind of. So I think Hasa's basically trying to be my buddy right now,
yeah, but
right?
the question is, are you being obvious about the fact that you're looking at something in your pocket?
I
more the
didn't
point?
realize, so I probably pulled out the letter right in front of everybody and I looked at it confused.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then if Hasa's like, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
okay. So okay, what we're rolling investigation with a
With
+4.
With the
Oh,
+4.
now let me roll my d4. Fucking 21, baby.
It
Oh,
is
yeah.
a letter with an envelope. It is sealed. It is not
That's not
trapped.
it. It's not trapped.
No, it's not.
I-
It's just a.
Okay,
It's just an envelope.
As I was gonna open it cautiously with like a thumb, a thumb under the rim, and then I don't do that. I'm like,
It's just
That's
filled
just
with
a letter.
It's
You get a
filled
letter.
with
Looks at
glitter.
you and says, "I think that's just a letter, bud."
You get a paper cut and you die.
you bleed out. You bleed out. Everybody thinks you're being really dramatic. And you do that as well.
Okay,
Open
so
the
you
letter
have an
and it's one of those
Breeze. You
crank
have an envelope in your hands.
I open the envelope. 2 hours
There-
later, I open the envelope.
There is a page of very fine-looking cream parchment in the same very artful calligraphy. You do see that it is a letter to you. Once again, apologizing, saying
Anyway, first handwriting, right? Yeah.
he couldn't. He's sorry, but he also couldn't talk to you in front of the others. And if you would be amenable and find it in your heart to have a private audience with him tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Sign.
not tonight.
Nope, tomorrow, signed from Shaitani.
He signs it with the name Shaitani specific.
Yes.
I will read into everything. So the fact that he signed it with Shaitani, I will read into. Okay. It's like he signed it with Steve. You know, if your dad's name was Steve, it's like he went Steve. So I'm reading into that. Is there a way I can get a message to him like now?
Well, you.
Do I know?
I mean, you have
Based
a
on-
steward who can deliver a letter for you.
I think I trust my steward, right?
I don't know. Do you trust Roland?
In a weird way, I think he's not interested in our petty bullshit. He just wants the world to. But maybe he's a fucking liar. Maybe he's the nemesis of this whole campaign. Maybe it's a heel face turn,
That'd be the funniest shit.
That'd be amazing.
Maybe he's the doppelganger all along.
Maybe he's not the real Robin. Yeah.
He's not the friend we made along the way.
I think for me, I would say I would read my letter and then I would I think I would rather Roland do this than Crisis. I would say, Roland, can I speak with you for a moment?
Yeah. what's up with the letter?
I nudged my head towards a corner.
Okay. I will go over to the corner with Breeze.
Blake
I
and
have
Val
pet-
hear everything.
I
Yep.
have pen and I have pen and paper.
Okay.
Wait, how big is this bar?
It's not far enough for Blake, Bosco, and Bao
Okay,
not
I
to
don't-
hear
I don't-
you.
Yeah.
I don't think I know. I think I suspect that Blake can hear, but I don't know that everybody else can because I don't know.
Yeah.
Blake's talked about it. He's like, I can hear everything. But
I
I don't know
mean,
that
yeah.
everybody else can.
I mean, you could try to be stealthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could I try to do sleight of mouth?
Do stage.
Yeah,
do
you can
stage
roll-
with-
No.
You can roll. You can roll a stealth.
Performance. Can I do
You
performance?
can roll a
check?
stealth or a
This is technically
performance, I guess.
I'll do performance.
Sure, I'll allow a performance to whisper to Roland.
Why is it not working? I show Professor Smells a picture of my dad so they can pass out for a bit longer and not pay attention.
He's a bit confused about.
Guidance
You
is still
giving-
going, technically.
Picture of a
No, it's
dad.
not. You used it.
Yeah, you used it.
No, guidance lasts. Guidance is a minute. It lasts on every
Yep.
roll. Yeah. So
Okay.
I technically
Oh,
have
shit.
to
I'll
go
allow-
for it.
I'll
So
allow
when
it.
you say. So 15.
So 15. So you take Roland to one side and whisper. You don't pass on this message to Roland that you should whisper, though I imagine Roland has the perception to realise that if you're whispering, he should too.
Why are we whispering?
No, I would say, look, I really
Excuse
appreciate your opinions on honesty and all that shit. And everybody has this. I'm glad that they're here. Okay, most of them. I just wonder if you could get this message to my father tonight. I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I want to know now. If I can come to his field tonight, I would like to speak with him.
By yourself?
Yes, I think that'd be the best.
I don't know
Please.
about the whole by yourself thing, bud. There's a lot of weird shit going on.
If you want to stand on guard outside, but you know, how many thousands of years have you lived? You know that sometimes people need to do things by themselves.
Yes,
Please,
I agree. You're right.
I will speak with him tonight, not tomorrow. I can't wait till tomorrow, tonight. And that's all. If you wish to keep guard at the gates, then please do, but please don't tell the others.
Okay. I will
I have been
wait outside,
accused
but
of, You think it's a bad idea? Well, yeah. We all have bad ideas, but that's how stories get made.
yeah, I mean, technically, all of life is one bad idea. You ask the right God, but
Well, no, I mean, when they looked at
You-
me, they would say, well, except for her. She's a great idea. But yeah.
yeah. Do you think you're gonna be not the whole fucky wucky shit's weird kind of situation, but just between you and your father? Do you think you're gonna be okay to talk to him tonight? Do you want to wait till tomorrow? Let things kind of cool
What's the
down.
point? I mean, we saw what it was like. He always has the upper hand in that way, and I can't stop that. But I think I'm on guard enough to know that I'm. What is happening? Sorry, that was so loud.
Sorry, I got a bag of chips in my pocket. I'm kind of hungry.
I get that.
Listen, my perception of him right now after our first meeting, I think he is an idiot who is kind of trying.
I don't think
but
anybody
that
would
doesn't-
describe. I think you're probably the first person who would describe my father as an idiot.
It's like watching air blow through a canyon. It's amazing how little there might be in his brain. But again,
she's genuinely
idiot.
tell by that. Because, like, if one thing she knows about her dad is that he's actually
Trying.
smart and kind of wise, he's one of those annoying people who's kind of good at both. She's like, huh, Okay.
Oh. I like to think I'm pretty smart now. Doesn't
You're
mean
adorable.
I'm smart, though.
Yeah, when he says that, I'm kind of like, it's like, you're adorable.
Yeah.
I heard that you couldn't read once. You learned it from your dog. Is that a true story? Is that just what the legends say?
Oh, no. The angry personification of my god taught me how to read.
So your dog did
It's
not teach you to read. So
No. He was my reading eye dog for a little bit.
that's such a
Until I
shame.
learned.
Some of my favorite songs were about the dog who taught a man to read. There was a small dog who came from the mountain. I'm not gonna sing it to you now. It's a good song.
Okay, you could sing it later.
I'll sing it later.
But yes, I will go deliver this letter for you. What time is it?
4:30.
Time to get a watch.
It's so early in the day. Actually, I think it's like we haven't even had our
We haven't had our clothes fitting. That's why I'm asking the time.
No, it's like 10:20, so it's almost time for your fitting.
They're running late. They said it'd be here at. Okay, I'm mad now. The steward is mad. They're not following the schedule and itinerary. Okay.
I'm gonna have to adjust so many things on this list. I'm gonna have to push so many things by 30 minutes.
Okay.
But you don't have to do it now. Just do it before nightfall, okay?
I will go do it now. I'll rush there and rush back. They probably won't be done.
No,
with you
but
guys.
Crisis needs to fit for the dancer.
Well, they've got everybody else to fit first. So
Yeah, no. It'll take them some time. They're not gonna get done.
A voice in my head says, "Oh, but they have everybody else to fit first." So I say, "Okay, just hurry up."
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll rush there and I'll rush right back. Okay.
Don't read the letter because it says some weird stuff.
Oh,
I gave you the words, but I also did. I did hand you a note as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on reading your letter.
Cool. Bye.
That's weird. Okay, bye.
Okay, so as you go to leave, Roland, you see two ladies carrying large bags and metal rods, as well as on their wrists they have these large poofs filled with pins. And as you leave,
Can I approach one of them?
sure.
Are you the? I hope I'm using the right word. Seamstresses here for Lady Breeze.
Oh yes, we are the glamorous here. We are for Her Royal Highness and her entourage.
Very good. They are situated in the main hall. I am gonna be running a missive for the lady, and then I will return.
Very good, sir. We shall measure you last then.
Very good. Roland will go deliver the letter.
Okay, so you go back to as Breeze. You
Oh god,
and your
I will shout. I'll say, "Don't let him seduce you," and then carry on.
As you
Okay.
shout that, as the ladies lead you and your companions upstairs to be fitted, including the dandelion, who is going to get a very adorable corsage.
I imagine we need the moth queen to have like a gorgeous crown.
Okay, we can arrange that. Roland, you go back to Vale's tent, where you are met by the man in the blue, led through to Vale's office room.
Oh.
Again.
Oh.
His
Before we even get to
office.
that, am I not able to just hand the letter over to the thing?
No. They won't let
Okay.
You have to interact with the hot succubus.
Who, as you are led
Incubus.
in, Roland.
Incubus.
Roland, as you are led in, you can see him lounging forlornly over one of the chases. He is now wearing silk pants. He is wearing the robe still, but he's looking like he has been dealt a deathly wound as you are led in. As you come in, he kind of glances up at you mournfully. Oh, she sent you back to wound me further, I see.
Roland will hold up the letter.
I'm too devastated. Can you read it to me? Let me know how much I have hurt her.
Do you want me to read the letter to tell you that, or just tell you?
I mean, I know I've been a terrible father to her.
I think you're an idiot who's trying his best.
I've even composed a song for her. Can I perform it for you?
No.
Oh.
I will read the letter now. Roll.
Fucking wrecked.
Grudgingly open the letter
Shut your ass up, hard.
and briskly read off the letter.
As you briskly read off the letter and look up at him, you can see he's got a very calculating look on his face, Roland. As you watch as he raises his hand and the carnelian on the back of the snake starts to glow, roll me a wisdom save.
I know it.
Motherfucker.
Stupid ass.
Rude.
You sure do got a set of pretty lips there, boy.
Roland,
Got a pretty
you
mouth,
feel
boy.
You feel the chains of seduction and charm washing over you. As you start to feel them tighten, there is something. You feel a hand at your back. You feel...
Your wife?
You feel...
Your wife's very angry gaze.
Let me finish setting a scene, please! You feel this hand at your back, Roland. It is a strong, firm hand of... it is large enough that you can tell that it's a male hand. And you hear this monotone voice just whisper in your ear, faintly, like the sound of someone trying to breathe. Like it's being, whatever it is being constricted. Like it is painful to push this message through. But you just hear, "Stay strong, Dad. You got this." And as you look at the furious look of Vale, as he is watching as you shrug off his geas, that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Roll initiative.
This is a circumstance where the grenade launcher is appropriate.
So everybody, we will be back.
Man.
We will be back next week for more State of Anarchy. Thank you for watching. We hope you have enjoyed. We will be back at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time next Saturday. So please join us to find out what is going to happen next. Have a great week, guys. Have a great, wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. Drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.